Welcome to the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. They do it all at 108th and Kedzie. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver.
Welcome back to another exciting edition of the Pointless Exercise Podcast. It's time to remember this crap with Mike Donahue. Mike, how are you?
Just trying not to choke to death when I step outside today.
It's good for you. Makes you manly.
A little bit of Canadian, a little bit of a burnt Canadian wood. Kind of good for our lung development.
You could smoke meat right in the yard. Actually, if the cows are out, will the meat come pre-smoked?
Seasoning, huh?
Oh, it's
genius. I mean, it is coming down through the upper Midwest, through all those dairy farms.
Is it Jay Carney? Was that the first name of their prime minister? Something Carney. Mark Carney? Art Carney? It's Art Carney, right? Maybe this is just an elaborate ruse to get around the smoked meat tariffs. Everyone just smoke everything. So we're going to break our format because what should we be doing? This should be catchers?
Yeah, I think we're down to pitchers and catchers.
Yeah.
And we'll probably have to redo center field because when we just did it, our boy Pete was just emerging on the scene. And center field was kind of the inspiration for that whole series, I think. But I think the catchers and then pitchers might be too. Who knows? But who knows if we'll ever get back to that.
But I got inspired by the greatest All-Star game we've ever seen. That thing on Tuesday night. 3 hits. Nationally got 3 hits. 17. Yeah. It made me think about. Actually, I did it before the game, but I was thinking about we should do an All-Star game, and I thought a good one to do is a very similar offensive All-Star game, but it's the All-Star game that confounded us when we realized how many innings one of the Cubs relief pitchers pitched at. That's the 1987 All-Star game. There are 4 Cubs in this All-Star game. Ryan Sandberg is the starter at second base. Newly acquired, new free agent Andre Dawson is the center fielder, and we'll talk about why he's the center fielder. Rick Sutcliffe, the Red Baron, is on the team as the starting pitcher, and Lee Arthur Smith is also on the team. There's also some Pat Tabler is an all-star, former Cub star.
Yeah, there are quite a few
farmhand star.
There are quite a few past and future Cubs. I noticed like Jay Howell of the Dodgers as well.
Rick Russell, Big Daddy, is pitching for the National for the Pirates. He would get traded later that year to the Giants, where he would. And Roger Craig is the pitching coach of the National, or he's not the pitching coach. He's one of the other managers who's on the staff, because I'm sure Mel Stottlemyre got to be the pitching coach for them because it was the Met staff. I think Davey Johnson,
yeah.
Davey Johnson probably picked Roger because he's local. They Nationally didn't spring for a plane ticket because it was in the Bay Area. The game's in Oakland. Actually, there's 5 Cubs that are there because the honorary captain is a former A, and it's sweet swinging Billy Williams, who's the Cubs hitting coach in 1987. I'm sure he got to take full credit for Andre Dawson's season. George Bell is an all-star for the Blue Jays. They couldn't clean up. George was having a big year.
Well, this is the season in which Bell and Andre Dawson would be their respective leagues MVPs. And then, of course, as we've discussed, 4 years later, would hold down the corners in Wrigley Field together.
Alan Trammell, future Cub bench coach and 4-game manager. When Lou got sent to a little timeout. Anyway, I'm sure more will pop up as we do it. But first, you didn't even know this. We have a sponsor. So we got to play the sponsor.
Pat Benkowski that you have for Perez and Oleg. We got our own. Do we have our exclusive sponsor?
Well, no, Pat will be there, of course. Pat always reads the Pat always reads the ads.
I was really hoping we could be sponsored by Daily Garage Doors.
I think you'll like this one.
See this one.
Oh, wait, I got to fix the volume. No, maybe not.
Hello again, everybody. This is Harry Carey. You know, working a ball game really makes me hungry, and when I'm hungry, I can't help but think of the great Mexican foods made with La Preferida products. Just as a home run adds excitement to a baseball game, La Preferida sauces add excitement to your meal. If you want to hit a grand slam for your team, simply serve up a tasty dish made with La Preferida foods. Holy cow, what a meal!
What do you think Harry's La Preferida and Budweiser farts smelled like?
The next scene is Harry sitting on the throne. Holy cow, Dutchie, get me another roll.
La Preferida was the Taco Bell lettuce of the 80s.
Harry, I don't think it's the best idea to just stock an entire cabinet full of
It is
salsa.
great. He opens the only food in Harry's kitchen is La Preferida. Just
You
wall
might
to
need some
wall.
help with your shopping.
Yeah. That's why he had to marry Dutchie.
Well, right. Well, I think we've talked about it here. I think the article was unearthed about 8 or 9 years ago, where one of Harry's artifacts that had been sold, through his estate, was a diary that he had kept for business purposes, where he was logging his expenses, basically. And it was basically like in 1973 that basically here it was proven that Harry drank every night because he expensed everything. Because back then, we've seen Mad Men, like, for years, companies at all levels, corporate and otherwise, had very liberal policies on food and drink, I think. And Harry took full advantage. And yeah, it's not, I think later in his life, he leaned into the shtick. I don't think he really drank much after his stroke, but there's no doubt that reputation was well earned when you see the exploits in 70s. So you think somebody with that kind of a lifestyle, probably isn't putting a whole lot of thought into his nutrition otherwise, and just have a whole kitchen full of food that tastes great at 3 a.m.
Yep. No, I don't eat when the sun's up. That was Harry's. Harry's
Bob
diet.
Verdi. Bob Verdi's still around, I believe, but alive, I mean. He's not around because you haven't heard of him in years. But when Harry died in 98, he talked about how, he's going out to hang with Harry, and they go out like 7 o'clock, and they don't order dinner. It's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and Verdi's done, and like he just wants to order food, and like Harry's not ordering dinner till like 1. It's like a routine for him. Just superhuman rockin' tour. So.
All right, so the way we're going to do this is a pod you might actually want to watch instead of listen to, but we should be able to follow along too if you're
turn our cameras off
audio.
So as not to alarm our view.
No, they have to make sure we're really here.
That's true.
What if we left? So we're gonna breeze through the 1987 All-Star Game. We're not going to watch. If you want to watch the whole thing, it's on YouTube. You can watch the whole thing. We're going to hit the Cub-centric parts of it. But watching the pregame, I thought there was some interesting stuff in the pregame, which kind of shows it's interesting. Some of the issues they're dealing with, they're still dealing with almost 50 years later. 40 years later. Can I do math? 40. 30, 39 years. They'll be dealing with it 10 years from now too, so I'll still be right. And one of the things we talked about already before we went on is when you watch NBC do baseball, the game, their broadcast is functionally a modern baseball broadcast. I mean, the only thing you're missing, there's no strike zone when you watch from the center field camera. But otherwise, you would think that, God, for over 40 years, a lot's changed. Not really. I mean, there's no score bug. But you have Vin Scully to constantly remind you what the score is, what the count is, how many outs there are, because he's really good. And he had done TV and radio simultaneously forever with the Dodgers. So he's used to having to tell everything. And he also has, he has a story about every single player. Amazing. All right, so we're just gonna get rolling here. For some reason, I guess it's before the like theme and stuff plays. They take you back a year before to the 1986 All-Star game in Houston, and it starts with Cub catcher Jody Davis singling to start the would-be game-tying rally. And Dave Parker of the Reds gets it's a single, right? Not a double. Yeah. And shockingly, they ran for Jody. Tony with another catcher, though, with Tony Pena.
Yeah, it was a bit of a fleet-footed catcher.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Dick Hauser. I think this is why they showed it, right?
And Hauser, of course, was the winning manager in the World Series. That's why he's managing. And he'd be dead within a year.
Yeah. He has a choice to make, either former Cub Willie Hernandez or the great Don Ossie. He goes to Don, who gets Chris Brown to ground into the double play, and the American League wins. So they give you that bit of context. I think just because they wanted to show you Dick Hauser again.
That was only their second win in our lifetime, by the way. They never won.
Yeah,
they won in '83 for the first time in 12 years. That'll be mentioned here.
I also did you notice that Chili Davis, his All-Star jersey said Chili instead of Davis?
Good catch.
The guys would be really rebellious, and you'll see it in this game. Some of the guys, other than the Astros, who always got to do it, guys who wore white shoes because they could. Because back in the day, you had to wear the color that was approved for your team. The Cubs wore blue. The Cardinals wore red. The Reds wore red. The Red Sox wore black. They always wore black. The Yankees always wore black.
Right, uniquely.
Whose unparalleled defensive artistry makes the Wizard of Oz.
There's Casas doing the voiceover of the.
But he's definitely in his prime.
Yeah, this is Pete Costas. This is 3 years after the Sandberg game, which was kind of like his. That was kind of like his arrival too, right? Maybe not
on the national scene. That's a good call. In some ways, he's kind of linked to him like Bruce Sutter was.
Well, I mean, we did the pinnacle when we did the football game with him and Johnny Morris did for the Bears and Vikings for CBS.
I didn't appreciate how Bob zipped through the National League there and didn't really mention Ryan Sandberg.
He does talk about there's Dawson though. The National League outfield for this game is Andre Dawson, Darryl Strawberry, and Eric Davis. And I was here. They're showing Eric Davis steal a home run. Eric Davis in 1987 was incredible.
Eric Davis at 87, pretty phenomenal season.
And in this game, he's playing left field. And you said that Bob explained he has a bad ankle. So Andre with 1.5 knees is going to go back to center, where he was a great center fielder for a long time in the Expos. Because Darryl can't be troubled. I just assumed it was because Darryl couldn't find left or center. He could only find right. So like, Darryl, you play right field, so you get to the right spot.
There have been plenty of stars to follow.
I thought it was funny and kind of sad that they talk about, the A's fans are used to winning baseball. Like, well, they're going to get over that.
Won its first World Series in 1972. Thanks to the likes of Joe Rudy,
a pretty largely successful franchise all those years they were in Oakland.
Yeah, they had two distinct dynasties while they were there.
They're the only, that 70s team made them the only franchise besides the Yankees to ever win 3 in a row. The Yankees done it 3 times.
A few lean years followed, but in the 80s, Charlie Finley brought Billy.
Oh, there's Billy Martin. Billy Ball.
A brief era known as Billy Ball. Its chief practitioner, the record
ushered in a brief era known as Billy Ball.
Because like his pitchers threw like 8,000 pitches and were all out of baseball.
And there's skinny Mark McGuire. Oh, eventually he'd hit the weights. Purely natural. Bulking up. And then this, they show highlights of the old timers game, and it's why did they ever do this?
This is just sad. I have to confess, and I think like this is why we don't see old time. I think they were really jumping the shark by now. Maybe I'm wrong.
Ernie's looking good.
Some of the action, like, I mean,
well, like Johnny Bench. Johnny's in shape, but then they show him he falls down trying to swing it up. Somebody throws him a changeup. He falls. Warren Spahn is there. Warren Spahn is 114 years old, and he pitches in the all-timers game. Robin Roberts, not the old Good Morning America host, her dad. They turn a double play, and it's slick. Oh,
well, I'm like, why do you think we don't see old timers games anymore? Is it because they're like kind of sad and we don't want to remember our heroes, or are the insurance premiums just too high? Like they're not wearing helmets. Like I think about I umpire, I see guys in their 60s playing 12-inch softball. Like these guys were premier athletes. I get it, but it's like some of these guys are in their 60s.
Yeah,
and they're playing baseball. I mean, they should be fine. They were major league players.
There it is, Luis Tiant. Gets Johnny to fall on his ass.
I mean, Johnny Bench is only probably like 42 there.
Now you can see how seriously they took this. He hits a long fly ball to center, and Raleigh Fingers
to famous center fielder Raleigh Fingers, yeah,
tried to catch it with his hat. Ralph Kiner, who's wishing happy birthday to all the mothers out there on Mother's Day. There's Warren Spahn.
Yeah. Of course, when I was watching this earlier, I'm like, all of these people are dead. But now, not all of them. Of course,
Johnny Bench. There'd always be like some guy who's like just retired, who takes it way too seriously, who's like 34.
It could be Johnny Bench. So even that old racist Ina Slaughter is still alive to be in this game.
I like
he was in his 70s.
Yeah.
Like, I got to give him credit. I know he was a real proud asshole, but he still was him. Yeah,
he throws out his shoulder in there too. Then we get to the regular, and so they have. I remember these. So they had the skills competition, and Barry Larkin fucked that up because the game in a future one he tore a knee ligament. Oh, I talked over. So the juice ball is a big thing because this was a year when offense surged, and Paul Giamatti's dad, Bart, who was the commissioner of baseball, was asked if the ball was juiced, and he said, "The only thing that's juiced is me."
Probably doesn't answer much.
Until they told me I was the oldest guy in this team, but senior statesman.
Dave Winfield, I mean, he's a big dude. He looks like especially in this era, he's a giant. Aaron Judge would look like Yao Ming if he played back in. Oh, great! Harold Reynolds made it.
See, everybody is basically the same age, and just go out and play and have fun.
Today, the
basically the same age.
The respective league workouts, and a stadium full of fans is on hand as the players prepare to strut their stuff.
Jack Clark, everybody's favorite. All right, so they have they have a skills competition, and apparently Gary Carter tried to cheat. It was supposed to be.
They don't do anything like this anymore, right? It's just the home run contest in the futures game.
Yeah, and it's because they did like a relay thing, like a cutoff man thing, and Barry Larkin blew out his knee on it, and that was the end of it.
Hey, like if you're doing things like running first to third, you could get hurt. Yeah,
they're doing like some kind of catcher thing where I don't know why, but Gary Carter tried to have 5 balls in his glove. I don't understand it. How come Johnny Bench didn't come over and just put all 5 in his hand?
Then there's the hitting for accuracy test.
Then they did hitting accuracy. And
what I want to say here, I almost want to stop it for a second because I had this one thought. Okay, at this point in time, right now, from today's vantage point, Wade Boggs is a Hall of Famer, 3,000 hits. And, a lot of similarities to Tony Gwynn, but I think from today's perspective, I think Gwynn clearly gets the edge. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if you have a take on it. But I will say that by 1987, Boggs had it felt like watching this broadcast, and you can judge for yourself. Boggs kind of rated a little bit higher than Gwynn. Gwynn was not Tony Gwynn yet. Like he was Gwynn and Boggs were identified as the two best hitters in each league. But like this drill right here, basically Bob's saying this competition was meant for Boggs.
Yeah.
But Gwynn is famous for just hitting the ball wherever he wanted. So I kind of felt like Boggs gets.
If Tony was in this, he would have wanted them to move that sign over about 15 feet. Because he hit single after single between the shortstop and third baseman, just over and over and over again.
5.5. And they do actually, they're aware of the comparison, because they do say something later, which I kind of liked, which is pretty astute. Scully cites somebody else that says that Gwynn will hit any bad pitch for a single, and Boggs only swings at strikes, which I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know if it's true, but anyway, it is interesting that in this time he had two hitters in each league that were clearly the best pure hitters in their league, kind of around the same age. I just felt like Gwynn ended up having a little bit more staying power than Boggs when it was all said and done. Anyway.
Yeah, but he never drank 47 beers on a cross-country flight like Wade did.
Next up, the event everybody's been waiting for, the home run hitting contest.
Then, so they had a home run contest. This is 3 years before the worst one ever, which was at Wrigley
Field. And I had not known or remembered ever that Dawson won this as a Cub.
Yeah. Well, did you hear how many home runs he hit?
The one hand, I believe.
4.
Yeah, what's different format? Well, but it was probably safer for the players, because nowadays they take so many swings, like it screws guys up sometimes.
I think it was you got to make 9 outs, right? Maybe it was more than that.
Completely different format.
I think it was that. So 4 homers in, 4 out of 13 isn't terrible.
Team max, yeah. Yeah, I think Sandberg won it with 2?
3. He only one to hit more than 1 in the Derby. And and that Derby was, we're going to get, if they have baseball next year, and we're going to just, that is going to get beat to death, that home run contest at Wrigley.
A funny attitude towards it. It's part of the game. You have to deal with it. So let's just have fun.
There's Mark McGwire looking a little PCA-ish and about the same size. Oh, no. He's still a big guy, but for somehow he got a lot bigger.
That's the only one.
But on this day, Mark and the rest of his American League slugging teammates
I don't know how many he hit. 2? He almost hit that one. That was his final swing. And so Hawk won.
Yep. This was just a couple weeks after Dawson got hit in the face by Eric Shaw too, which they talk about. Yeah. Pretty impressive.
71 degrees, a pair of past Cy Young Award winners getting.
Look at Oakland Coliseum before Al Davis fucked it all up. With the weird Mount Davis in center field and all that shit that they did to it. It was fine. Perfectly cromulent baseball stadium.
Mentioned the American League was dog shit. They hadn't won back-to-back years since 57, 58. I heard earlier, too, that they had not won in a National League ballpark at this point since 1962, which was at Wrigley Field.
Oh, of course. Way to go, Cubs. Well, we're kind of in the opposite of that now. The American League has dominated the last long period of time. And you know who cares? Nobody.
And this discussion here apparently is pretty controversial about honoring old All-Stars.
Yeah,
Reggie's in Oakland.
And I get it. I mean, they do it now. They pick 2 guys. Verlander. I don't know who the other guy was. It only Verlander this year? Because they made a big deal out of him. I don't know if the National League had one.
But look, they asked Mickey Mantle. It's funny.
Yes, there he is.
All-star teams at the end of my career when somebody else should have been there, and I don't like that. I like to see the guys that are having good years good young kids, you know, that should be on it. It is a big thrill when you're young, you know. Instead of just making an honorary all-star team, I like to see the guys that are.
Mickey was probably also pissed because he could have used those days for carousing.
That's gonna say, he's like, I could have been home drinking instead of going on the road to go drinking. I couldn't drink till like the 4th inning. Really cramped my style. He's
just
right,
getting silly.
right?
This is just
Like-
getting silly now. Like Bob's doing the crossover. Like they bring out Jimmy Stewart for an honorary award. Like okay,
Yeah. Well, they don't have Jimmy Stewart dig in and take 2 at bats. Paul, Bob. It's
like Bob's like taking a stand. Like who knew this was such an issue in 1987?
well, it's the 2 issues that he has that they bring up again later are why don't they use the DH in? And it was weird. I didn't know that they didn't alternate. I just assumed
It's an American League ballpark.
American League ballpark, you have the DH for the All-Star game. They didn't. And it becomes an issue then because they don't want any pitcher to get in at bat. So they're pinch hitting in this game.
They moved because around this time, pitchers hardly started going no more than 2 innings, so they'd be pinch hitters.
Yeah. All right, so now we're going to get to, we don't have to listen to this whole thing, but I at least wanted to start.
I was floored to see NBC try the Al Campanis rehabilitation campaign.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, earlier in 1987, Al Campanis went on Nightline with Ted Koppel and completely, like, he ended his career with just a horribly racist and ill-thought comment. He was asked why there weren't more blacks who are managers or general managers. At the time, I doubt there were any general managers. There'd only been a handful of managers, Frank Robinson, and I'm sure that's about as many of those as Andre
Maury
Dawson
Wills
Homer.
managed the Mariners briefly, yeah.
And he said they lacked I don't remember what he said, the necessary aptitude or something. It was bad.
The thing is, it wasn't like openly racist. He wasn't being malicious. He was just ignorantly it was racist, but it was like he didn't think, he was completely like not coming from a malevolent place in his mind. He was patronizing and racist and condescending. And I think in that time too, things were shifting too. So
because he didn't think he was saying anything offensive at all, and it just shows how ingrained that was in baseball, that you would say that and just feel like, well, I didn't say anything. And he couldn't believe it. And he couldn't believe he got fired. He was just shocked. And he talks about it. So the best part of this is NBC's attempt to do hard news during the pregame, but also, I'm sure, throw Al a little bit of a lifeline. But it's hilarious in hindsight who they have interviewing him. Because it's Marv Albert, and you expect Marv to say something like, Al, wait, it wasn't that bad. It's not like you bit a hooker on the back. Oh, wait, that's what I did.
There's a turn of the phrase that Bob says with Marv, too, that made me pause when I was listening to this. I don't know if we'll catch it, but I think it's after the break.
That blacks may not have the necessities to be a field manager or a general.
Just said blacks is very jarring by today's standards, even though we lived through this.
The introduction of the All-Star rosters is just a few minutes away here in Oakland. Marv Albert joins us now. And Marv, when they make up the list of notable developments on the field this year, it'll be tough to choose.
I am impressed that Marv's Toop is handling the wind pretty well.
One truly stands out.
Yes, Bob, an off-the-field incident.
Off-field incident.
Stand out. The remarks made by former Dodger Vice President Al Campanis on ABC's Nightline last April. Campanis stating that blacks do not have the necessities to become managers or general managers in baseball.
Necessity. It doesn't even make sense.
A furor in all of sports, and it led to the firing of Campanis by Dodger President.
Necessities itself was a euphemism for something worse, too, like intellect.
Yep.
So it was no mistaking it.
That sent shockwaves throughout baseball.
No, I don't believe it's prejudice. I truly believe that they may not have some of the necessities to be, let's say, a field manager or perhaps a general manager. Have you looked at the tape from that night? Yes.
Took him to task right away too, by the way, in that interview.
No, it's a good interview.
Yeah. No, it wasn't like it woke up feel like right on the spot. He was like, wait a second, give him a chance to clarify.
Yep.
You look in the little black box, there's got a light there. What puzzles me.
Yeah, Al seems to think that it was because he had to do it in the Astrodome and it was dark, and then there was just a black box on a camera. It's like, I don't know how that affects what your answer is, Al.
To see this because people are much better trained now at like covering their asses in these types of things. He's kind of sunk.
Well, I'm not infallible. I've been in tough situations. Everything's worked out right. This time, it didn't work out exactly the way I would have liked it, but I was not prepared.
I'm shocked that for once I had to face the consequences of my actions. That never happened before.
What is this world coming to? That you can't say ignorant things with no repercussions. Come on, Marv. This isn't the America we grew up in.
Instead of necessities, I should have said necessary experience. Would you have handled the situation different than Peter O'Malley?
He had
not a bad attempt at a spin. Necessary experience.
He had weeks to think of that, though.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to remember that song from the Jungle Book about the bare necessity. I was going to go into full, and I couldn't think of it. I was going to do a whole number for Ted.
It was quick.
Experience would just raise more questions, but
Hank Aaron have pointed out that ironically your statements may in the long run do more for blacks in baseball than Jackie Robinson did. With that premise in mind, if you
to be true, this was a very pivotal moment.
Let me just say this. I was disappointed immediately with what happened to Al Campana. I am so pleased now that if this has been a fulcrum or a springboard for the blacks to improve their chances of becoming managers or general managers, I'm glad that it happened.
On the left, shortstop, Al Campana.
They really had to dig in the archives to find the Al Campana's Jackie Robinson picture from the Montreal Royals.
Where Jackie broke the color barrier.
Professional baseball. What puzzles me is that Al Campana strongly feels that he was ambushed by Ted Koppel on Nightline when he was asked the question concerning the lack of black candidates as managers or general managers in baseball. I think he missed the point. Unfortunately, Al Campana ambushed himself. Bob Costas will be back.
Marv basically closed the book at Al Campana's. There's the rehabilitation attempt, but Marv has the final word. Fuck you, Al. You're done.
It was like, what did Al think he was on Nightline to talk about?
It was noteworthy because it was April. It was like around Martin Luther King's assassination. It was they're definitely going to talk about African Americans.
Right.
Here we go.
All right. My favorite part of every old video of an all-star game is the introduction, because I like to see who made it. And I was really excited to see that Gene Gieselman was the trainer for the national. He did such a great job. Congratulations.
Who tried to start a fight with some fans behind the first base dugout at Wrigley in '84. Yeah, there's your guy, Todd Stottlemyre's dad.
Yep. These are some really terrible Met jerseys.
For the cursive, I remember the color scheme.
They didn't have them the year before when they were.
That was like a one-time thing. I feel like.
There's Hal Lanier, the manager of the Astros, and there's Roger Craig.
I didn't remember that. I thought it would have been Bill Verdon, but I think it might have been Lanier. Where the hell is G. Michael?
Is this Dale's last all-star game?
Right.
They talk about how consistent he is. It's like, well, he's about to fall off the face of it. Here's Rick. Yeah. Look at Rick's big ass.
Loping
the running is very odd for all these guys. And then there's Lee with the even bigger ass. Good Lord, Lee.
Dudes,
somewhere Jim Fry is like, we got to trade that. We got to trade
moment of silence.
Man, there's Bo Diaz, satellite dish enthusiast. That's what he said to Lee when he got there. He's like, do you have a satellite dish? You should get one.
It's great. I got Playboy Channel.
I don't get the kind of reception I want. I think this winter I'm going to have to move it to the roof. Is Pedro Guerrero? Is this third base, Pedro Guerrero?
A little bit early. That was after Say left. I thought. Why do the A's always boo the Dodgers? This is the year before they lost. Does everybody just hate the Dodgers? Maybe.
Yeah, everybody just hates the Dodgers. There's Hubie
Brooks.
And Tim
Cub
Waller.
Killer.
Number 30, Tim Raines.
Tim Raines. Tim's not going to be sliding feet first in this game.
Bags of Coke in his back pockets. I can't see. It's still 87.
Why take it out of the glass vials, Tim? Then you can slide wherever you want. Keith, white shoes. Keith Hernandez. Speaking of cocaine.
Keith will scoop up those bags and they fall out.
It's funny. Keith gets booed. Keith's from there. Hometown boy comes home and gets booed at the All-Star game.
Booed, though. In New York?
The great Juan Samuel.
Number 40, Steve Bedrosian.
And Bedrock.
Eventual Cy Young Award winner this year.
From the Pittsburgh Pirates, number 48, Rick Russell.
And Rick Russell. Look at that. God.
Two-time former Cub.
That is a handsome man. Willie McGee with his pants pulled up to his neck. Can't even read his number. The brown. The Padres have gone brown and orange. 00. Jeffrey Leonard.
Name. Probably racist.
And in the bullpen from the Atlanta Braves, number 9, Ozzie Virgil.
Ozzie Virgil. Where's Jody Davis?
All-star. I know. Really? Ozzie Virgil's an all-star? Give me a break.
And now the National League starters. Manager of the 1987 National League All-Star team, he led his team to the World Championship with unforgettable come-from-behind victories in both the League Championship and
This is the dawning of the Met dynasty. They just won the World Series last year. They're going to win a bunch. Oh.
Bears and the Cubs.
Yeah.
I guess it happens.
Leading off, the National League leader in home runs with 27 and slugging percentage at 694.
So Eric Davis, 27 homers at the break.
Off because he's so.
Oh, he is
fast.
He is limping.
Yeah.
Got the white shoes on.
Is it for that?
Speaking of limping, there's Ryan, who runs like he's got a broken leg.
Also had an ankle injury apparently right before the All-Star game.
They show it. We get to see it. It's Jack Clark's fault. Actually, it's not, but he almost runs in.
Ryan said that the bag was too high.
And there's Hawk, who also can't run because he's got bad knees. Good Lord, the National League can barely move.
I know. It's an ambulatory. It's a MASH unit.
The 1986 National League MVP among league leaders again this year in home runs and RBI.
Michael Jack
MVP. Yeah. 10 Gold Gloves.
I never thought he was that good.
He'd be done 2 years later.
Jack Clark.
He's probably one of the biggest assholes I've heard.
Yep.
So a story involving Jack Clark. I think I shared it, but yeah. Very, very surly guy.
Darryl Strawberry, no Dwight Gooden.
Him, huh? Yeah. Interesting. Maybe he was injured.
Or in rehab. Gary Carter. Oh, Gary with the white shoes. I didn't think he'd do anything that flashy.
Do that back then in All-Star games, but you're right. I think during the season there were very strict dress codes.
Yeah, you couldn't wear them.
The Oakland A's were the only team that could wear them in their regular uniforms.
And the Astros.
Astros
had white shoes too. You had to make it part of your color scheme. There's Mike Scott spitting all over the ball.
148 strikeouts from the Houston Astros, number 33, pitcher Mike Scott. And now for the American League.
Kind of a flash.
Here come the American League All-Stars.
First the trainers from the Oakland Athletics, Barry Weinberg.
Barry Weintraub. Oh, Barry's got the needles ready.
Oh, that's we know who he is, right? Barry Weintraub. Was he part of the early Steroid
Yeah.
cabal or no? Yeah, right. That's a name that is known to some people, right?
I think so. I'm pretty sure he followed LaRussa to do. Oh, there's my dad, Jim Fregosi. Mike Dolan. So here's did Fregosi replace LaRussa?
White Sox, yes.
Yeah. So there it is. Look at this. Gives him a little pat on the back. Thanks for the job, Tony. Now I got a much better team here. Fuck you.
From the Boston Red Sox, number 34, Bill Fisher. From the Oakland A's, number 15.
There's Renee Latchman. He's fuck this. I'm not running. I'm gonna go stay in the bullpen.
Renee Latchman, a shout out. Oh, they did. Renee Latchman.
From the Boston Red Sox, number 24, Dwight Evans.
Dewey Evans.
Good right fielder.
Yep.
Great arm. P of the the preceding year's World Series, but Boston blew it.
Would Bruce have been the MVP if they'd have won the World Series?
Hitter on the last day of the '84 season.
There's Bobby Witt Jr.'s dad, Mike Witt. Is that how that works? No.
Wait, I thought there was no designated hitter in this game.
There's Harold Baines.
He's already DH, by the way.
Those White Sox uniforms were so bad. Good Lord. And former
Cub,
almost Cub, Matt Tabler.
No, he was a Cub. He had a cup of coffee. Future Cub, as you said.
Yep.
Coach and
Future
interim
Cub
manager.
coach and kind of manager, Alan Trammell. I like he's hitting 337, and Vin calls him like he basically something like a dependable little shortstop. He's hitting 337, Vin.
Head.
Kevin Seitzer. Thank God he's got a hat on. He had the worst haircut.
Yeah.
And there it's Dan Plesac. Getting ready for the
year. This is the year the Brewers
train.
started off 14-0.
Woo woo. There's Kirby Puckett. He's late because they found him in the women's bathroom, but now Kirby's made it out to the field. Oh boy, Juliet's very own. Look at Dave Righetti running like some kind of bear, loping out there. Mark McGuire, no Jose Canseco.
He was the MVP that year, I believe. He was the rookie of the year before. And McGuire was the rookie of the year this year.
Yep.
Canseco wasn't in this All-Star game because he was a 40-40 guy by 88. Canseco was one of the. He must have been. I don't know. That's a great point. Why wasn't Canseco in the 87 All-Star game?
Jay Howell's like, where's my standing ovation? I'm an A2. Fine. Harold Reynolds.
Number 12, Mark Langston.
His Mariner uniforms weren't good either.
From the Texas Rangers, number 15, Larry Parrish.
I forgot that.
How old is Larry
They shipped
Parrish?
him off for Tim Wallach at one point.
Blue Jays, number 1, Tony Fernandez.
There's just a lot of weird running. People don't run like this. Baseball players didn't know how to run. It's odd.
And from the Detroit Tigers,
I'm Hanky.
number 33, Matt Noakes.
Matt Noakes. I think Vin's like, no one's more surprised to see Matt Noakes here than Matt Noakes.
You need to have two catchers.
And now the American League starters. Man of the Year in 1986, former Oakland A's skipper and current manager.
Where's Steve Lake? Wasn't he available? He could have caught for the American League. Just for the hell of it. Oh, John McNamara.
Should have put Dave Stapleton in the game last October, John.
That's what. Here comes Davey to tell him that. There he is.
Weird. I know he was the Yankees multiple times, or maybe not, but it seems weird to see Ricky as a Yankee.
Well, he's about ready to come back to the A's.
Two different times. I'm shocked that Willie. Surprised that. Oh yeah, Mattingly was probably one of the top players in the entire game for like a 2-year period. It's amazing that he just kind of like Dale Murphy
he fucked up his back.
Whatever. He just didn't have quite enough years, but like he was premier. He was a greater all-around hitter than Boggs even. I mean, Boggs is a pure hitter.
And there's George Bell. He's like, hey, guys.
Who's running the gas station?
Thinking about buying a gas station. What do you guys think about that? Is that a good investment? Can I skip spring training if I get one?
It's the busy season. A lot of people are down there.
Dave Winfield.
Yeah.
Only man.
The old man. He's 32 years old. He's the elder statesman, I guess.
Drafted in the NFL draft, the NBA draft, and the Major League Baseball draft.
Hitting 6 for the American League. The Baltimore Orioles Iron Man, number 8, Cal.
Calling him the Iron. They're calling him the Iron Man already, and he's only 4 years into a streak that would last for another 8 years.
Yep. I noticed that too. Terry Kennedy, who I did not remember that he played for the Orioles. I don't know that he remembers that he played for the Orioles.
He played against the Cubs in both of their NLCS appearances in the 80s. Yep. So I was surprised Willie Randolph had game in 87. I would not have remembered that.
And there's Brett Saberhagen. Now, Brett Saberhagen has 15 wins at the All-Star break. How many do you think he ends up with?
Tell me.
Well, let's say the very next year, Greg Maddux would have 15 wins at the All-Star break, and he and Brett would both 18. They both won 3 games in the second half of those years.
And Maddux was just on the ascension and burned and got tired. Saberhagen was the MVP of the '85 World Series. He must have gotten injured. There's Billy.
Here's the honorary captain, former A and Cubs legend, Billy Williams. One of the coolest men alive to this day. And then the American League honorary captain is, and only Vin would do this, is James Hunter.
They show it twice though. I give more credit to the NBC production crew on this whole broadcast, including Vin.
What hat is Catfish wearing? Is it like for his car dealership? I mean, what? He's like, fuck it.
This kid's American Legion team.
Give a plug for the Chevy dealership. James, I just like that Vin called him James. James Catfish Hunter. So they have a stat on there. Oh, here it is. Here's the replay of an All-Star game long ago. Billy singling back through the box and breaking Catfish's
How pissed would you be if a pitcher if somebody got injured in an All-Star game, right? Earl Averill hit a line drive off of Disney Dean's toe in an All-Star game. That fucked him up.
Well, what is Catfish trying to catch it for? He's trying to barehand it. He reached way back. I thought this was almost awkward. They were doing the moment of silence, and it looked like Saberhagen kept warming up through it. But he didn't. But they show him again, and he's standing there with his hat.
I was earlier.
Yeah. Well, see, he's still throwing right there, but they're still making the announcement, and then he stops because I'm like,
funny if he's still he's telling the catcher to sit down.
Yeah. It's like I'm locked in. There he is. I didn't really like Dick that much. It'll be fine.
But Jim Fry couldn't take the Royals all the way to the World Series championship.
And now to sing the Canadian and American national anthems, please welcome the Crown Princes of Motown, the Four Tops.
There are no Oakland musicians? They had to go get the Four Tops?
Full Dead, maybe? I know they're more San Francisco.
Yeah.
And then you realize, too, it's the All-Star game, so you're like, okay, here we go. And then when they start singing... Right.
Well, I wasn't ready for them to start singing "Oh Canada." It shocked me. I'm like, well, of course it makes sense that they had to sing it, but
probably still do, right? I mean, they did it last night because Toronto's still in the league.
Yeah,
I don't know. Canadian players now? I don't think there are any. Is Terry Poole still in the league? There weren't a lot of Canadian players in the 80s, which is funny. Actually, the only Blue Jays are Tony Fernandez and George Bell, who are from the Dominican. Also a Blue Jay in this game.
Well, we have Expos, too. You don't tell me Hubie Brooks isn't Canadian?
A fun Four Top story. I called into radio station WCKG in 1987, and I answered a trivia question, and I won Bulls tickets. And it was on a Friday night, and I got my brother to take me. It was like 1987. Jordan was on the Bulls. And the reason I won him on WCKG Classic Rock was because the Four Tops were playing at the Chicago Stadium after the Bulls game.
Ah.
But when the Bulls game was over, my brother, he was like 23, he was like, we're not staying for that. We're
Always leave early.
Invitations guy anyway.
So, did they not sing "Oh Say Can You See," or did the mics not?
Maybe the mics weren't on.
Yeah. Like, we're not singing about Jose. Fuck him. It's not Jose, can you see? Jose owes me money. We're not singing that first line. Maybe that was their protest for Jose Canseco not being in the All-Star game. They wouldn't sing Jose, can you see at the beginning.
Because the answer is obviously no, because he was being barred. Who?
Wonder, did he not have a good year? It's weird. You think they'd put as many A's on the team as you could. 1987. Jose Canseco. 159 games. 257, 310, 470. 31 homers, 113 RBIs. Maybe he had a bad half. I don't know. At the break, 18 homers, 55 RBIs, 275 batting average. They didn't care about it, the other stuff. I don't know why Jose wasn't on the team. It's weird.
And it was in Oakland. Like,
yeah. How come Bob can piss and moan about Reggie Jackson not making it, but there was an actual good player?
Young star. We didn't know what an obnoxious asshole Canseco would turn out to be. So, great young star. He would become the first 40-40 player.
The NBC baseball theme. They should bring that back.
And there's...
Tonight's game is brought to you by Miller Brewing Company.
Here's Reggie. 87 was his last season. 220, 15 homers, 43 RBIs, in 115 games.
Work with the best in the business.
At the All-Star break, Reginald Martinez Jackson was hitting 201. He actually had a decent second half. Well, he didn't play as much in the second half. 201 with 11 homers, 32 RBI.
And the 1987 All-Star game.
I'm not going to feel bad for
It started with Babe Ruth touching them all in Chicago through Joe DiMaggio and Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski and Johnny Bench right up to the moment. It is without a doubt baseball's greatest showcase.
Just as you fracturing Rafe Fosse's shoulder.
But, we know about the stars, but the guys that had the All-Star years and they go to an All-Star game, that's the big thing. Like in this year's, Matt Noakes, who would have thought he'd be here? And how
Matt Noakes, what the fuck is he doing here? Vin, do you have any idea why Matt Noakes is here? Who is he? I saw him in the clubhouse. I threw him my keys. I told him to go park my car.
And how about Pat Tabler and Harold Reynolds? Kids in your wildest dreams didn't figure to be in the All-Star game, and yet here they are.
What about Pat Tabler and Harold Reynolds? Who ever heard of those two assholes? Why are they on the team?
What are these guys?
Because if there ever is a game that would cry for a designated hitter, it would.
You know, Joe, I met Harold once. It was in a parking lot at a Boston market. He hugged me for way too long. It was uncomfortable. But apparently he does that to everybody.
I like that they're not afraid to come down hard in favor of the DH spot.
And just let them walk around, let the fans see them.
Oh, right. So did you hear what Joe just said here? Joe's advocating for the token old late player because fans want to see him. Then he subsequently says, have him come out here and walk around. I'm like, fans want to go to the game and watch them walk around. I'm like, you think that's what they want? Like, it was very patronizing.
Oh, I remember going to the All-Star game and watching Enos Slaughter piss on the foul line. It was the most majestic thing I ever saw. Then he went home, got in a cab, went to the hotel. It was great.
Right. I mean, fans deserve to see that.
And the honor will go to Larry Doby, the first black to play in the American League.
And there's Larry Doby to throw. I like that they had Larry throw it out from the stands like he was the president. They're basically like,
that's what they used to do, right?
Like, we don't have time for you to come on the field, Larry. Just chuck it from row 6.
Because baseball has announced that the Rookie of the Year award henceforth will be called the Jackie Robinson Rookie of the Year. So
where's Pumpsy Green?
Somewhere Al Campanis is going, I did all that.
That's right.
Like,
I was like,
it seems like
Larry wouldn't have been able to throw. Larry would have been at the game, wasn't for me.
If you have to come up and try and hit fastballs and sliders, it should be pointed out there have been 3 twilight games in Oakland this year, and the total batting average at twilight.
Yeah, so here's Saber. We're going to see Saberhagen's stats here.
And by the way, Vince talking about the twilight. Joe Garagiola, I know we're not going to go through this whole game, but you have Joe Garagiola is so fucking obsessed about the shadows.
How's the visibility?
It's Steve Stone-esque in its obsessiveness.
I love that they show this highlight of Reggie, and the only feed they had still had the Kansas City severe, or I guess it was Oakland, severe thunderstorm warning thing on, and they couldn't get it off. Is there any way to remove that graphic? No. Well, fine. That's good enough. That'll work. There's people running to their basement in Kansas because they thought, oh my God, there's a severe thunderstorm warning. You know how I know Brett Saberhagen never won 20 games? Because on that, why can't I think of that? The thing where you put the players in the squares based on, and there was a Royals 20-game winner, and a bunch of us one day all got it wrong because we all guessed Saberhagen. It's like, how did he never do that?
Brett Saberhagen has concluded his warm-up.
Like the peak of Saberhagen's career, right?
Ryan Sandberg and then Andre Dawson.
Yeah, the 85 World Series.
20 years old in 85, I feel like. He was like a really young kid. Injuries, and then he was throwing bleach at reporters by the time he was at the Mets.
Eric Davis, 321, 27 homers, and 68 RBIs. And yet, Andre Dawson from the last place Cubs would end up winning the MVP.
Be discussed.
Yes, go listen to if you get a chance, listen to the Remember This Crap 1987 Cubs, where we make the case 87 Cubs, greatest last place team ever.
And also, Dawson starting in center. We've lamented that the Cubs have gone a ridiculously long time until PCA without a regular center fielder. They've had 3 starting center fielders in the All-Star game. Because Marlon Byrd, I believe, started in center in the All-Star game. Did he not? Maybe I'm wrong about that. But we know that Dexter Fowler did. So,
yeah. Okay, so Sandberg's coming up. I want you to hear the way Vin describes it. It cracked me up.
A little note as to the continuity. We were talking about Jackie Robinson and Larry Doby. The honorary coaches tonight, Billy Williams and Catfish Hunter. If you go back to the 1973 All-Star game, Catfish Hunter was the...
We're going to see this again.
Well, Vin, did you not watch the pregame show, Vin?
No, Vin didn't. Vin's like, cue up that tape. We already played it, Vin. I don't care. Show it again. I'm Vin Scully, goddammit.
Billy Williams.
Vin did this research himself, but the producers are ready for it. Or maybe not. Or maybe Vin just didn't know what the producers were going to. Sorry, I didn't mean to step over what Vin was just about to say about you.
And he's a little late on a pitch, fouls it away.
His bad ankle, his right ankle.
Wait, did he say it?
And he's also wearing a special brace. Remember, he stepped on the bag in one of our game of the weeks. He thought
See, I think it's Jack Clark's fault. Actually, it's whoever made that throw. It's probably Ozzie.
Typical of him, when he came back on the DL, his first at-bat, he hit a home run in Wrigley Field. Ryan Sandberg was a 20th round draft.
Now, I think we already missed he called him the Prince Valiant of the Cubs.
That's what I stepped over. Sorry.
That's right.
Yeah, the Prince Valiant, which I thought that was a little too cute, frankly.
1-2 strike. There's James Catfish Hunter, the pride of North Carolina, Oakland, and
James.
New York.
Oh, good old Jimmy Hunter.
Boy, was he something.
5 straight 21 seasons and 5 World Series champions. Pretty good.
Fouled away off to the right out of play, so Brett Saberhagen is able to come inside and jam.
Oh, what we missed because we were talking when the PA announcer, and this is the PA announcer introduced the teams, not Vin, like they do now. Now it's he said he made it sound like it said recently or I forget the way he said it, but he basically was saying that he came back from the disabled list, because that's what it was then. Brian Grounds out to third. I'm like, it made it sound like he hadn't played all year. And I'm like, that doesn't seem right. And it of course, was wrong.
Vin, a little bit of victim blaming up ahead here. Check it out. Listen.
Oh, yeah. No, you're not.
Inside to Andre Dawson, you're in the minor league. You're unemployed, and it is no accident that he has led the National League in being hit by pitches 4 straight years.
He really dives into the pitch.
Joe more than Vin even with that dives into the pitch horse shit. Now it's like, fuck that. I'll just hit a double.
Dawson steams into second base with a line drive double. So the first hit in the twilight is a double into the left field corner.
That's what the
He wasn't
twilight.
about to let Saberhagen get ahead of him and jumps on the first pitch, a fastball. That's been the pattern on all the hitters, and he really hits it hard down the line. Mike Schmidt's another fellow that doesn't like to take
Hawk
a
was
lot of
a-
pitches. He likes to get going right now.
Hawk was a
and when
big
you do
dude.
get 2 strikes on him, you do keep that ball away, but he, like Dawson, will like that ball inside.
With a 27-inch waist.
So Andre Dawson waiting to be picked up, and Mike Schmidt trying to do that, but he pops the first one in the air foul.
Crying out loud, Schmidt.
Yep. Way to go,
Now it's
asshole.
on the play.
That should bring up a point.
The Ian Happ of his day. They always said. Mike Schmidt. Worthless. Oh, maybe not.
And right center are only 375. That makes it a small part. However, the foul line and the foul.
But funny, are there?
It's like
do
Wrigley.
parks have these dimensions anymore? Where there's that much foul acreage?
No.
Is there any parks that? Because these are from the multi-dimensional, the multi-facility football, baseball stadiums, right?
Yeah. No, they want fans close so they can charge more for the tickets and then
But also-
until they put the screens up so kids could get hit in the head with foul balls. That's not the Harry Callis call.
Schmidt.
And it was a typical Mike Schmidt home run. No window dressing. The Phillies were losing by a run with 2 out in the 9th when he hit it. 1 and 2.
So far, that was the best curveball he threw, and he had it in a real good spot. It was.
Look at the super
Replay.
slow-mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
You saw it in the '84 Olympics.
When you hit the breaking ball, you're hitting the pitcher's pitch. So Saberhagen had him swinging at his pitch.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Saberhagen, who might very well become the youngest man ever to win his 2nd Cy Young Award. He's only 23. Check swing.
Doesn't happen.
To third. Boggs is on it and throws him out.
Asshole.
So Dawson's double is wasted, and he was used to that by this time. Okay, so in interest of not watching a 3-hour baseball game, we are going to skip ahead to future action. Oh, wait a minute. Sandberg makes a nice play, right? We got to show this.
Actually, you can go through the first 2 hitters in the American League. I hadn't realized this because I'd always lamented that Sandberg was always a disappointment in the All-Star games. He played in so many. He started in like 10 in a row, and he was obviously a very productive hitter for the Cubs. But in the All-Star games, you realize he was the greatest defensive second baseman ever. That Vin was trying to will a leadoff homer.
He was only off by what?
Because 2 years later, that would
2 years.
happen, right?
Low
Off of Rick Russell.
off of Rick Russell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoltz told a story about that, right? Wait a minute. What year? Smoltz was telling a story during the LCS. Here's Sandberg. Nice play with, especially
Like that play because it was always about the positioning of Sandberg. You know, like he didn't have to dive. It was hit right up the middle, but he was completely positioned to make a strong throw. That was always his strength.
Hit that ball hard right past Scott, but Sandberg, bad ankle.
Maybe it wasn't that one, but because there's no way he would. Smoltz would not have been on the '89 All-Star team. Maybe the '92. But he was telling a story about. Oh wait, was he on the '89? The only reason I think this, nothing like looking stuff up while we're.
That one too.
Yeah, he was an All-Star in '89. So he told the story that he came into an All-Star game after he barely warmed up. And it was because he's sitting on the bench. He's supposed to pitch in the 3rd or 4th inning. He's sitting on the bench, and Russell's getting tuned up in the 1st inning. And Tommy Lasorda goes, "Get Smoltzy up." And Smoltz is like, I'm standing right here. He wasn't in the bullpen. He was in the dugout. So he had to run down to the bullpen to warm up. And then he got lit up when he won the game.
They make some points about him.
Famous. Not only was it a leadoff homer, but it was like 460 feet to straightaway center.
Yeah, I didn't know Smoltz was an All-Star in 89. He wouldn't be again until 92.
If you didn't know any better, you'd say the strategy for the American League is to hit it up the middle.
Smart.
Hit it to Ryan Sandberg and Ozzie Smith. Genius.
And actually, by the time Ozzie Smith got it, he could not get anything on the throw.
Sean would have got him.
Out of the way of the sliding Mattingly.
We're a little bit behind him. So, whatever.
We got to watch George Bell hit.
Chip for Sandberg because he does bat again. He grounds out to Ripken. And then Juan Samuel comes into the game by like the fourth inning. Sandberg's out of this game early.
Yep.
Dawson moves positions. Dawson stays in the game. But yeah, Sutcliffe does come into the third inning.
As an added aside, Gary Carter has been Mike Scott's severest critic as far as scuffing the ball. He's got the first hand now. If Scott was
accusers.
Carter would
go
straight up.
Gary Carter's such an asshole.
Roger Craig saying, I wonder what would happen if I went out to the mound and protested. He's now on the same team. 2 balls and no strikes.
Because Mike Scott was known for refining Bruce Suter's split finger fastball, but he was accused of scuffing. And Roger Craig had an entire staff of split fingered fastballs that were possibly scuffing it. But anyway.
All right, we're going to scoot ahead to Rick Sutcliffe coming into the game for the National League.
Well, he's not homered since that one off of Niedenfuhr 2 years earlier, which was his first left-handed home run of his career.
No score after 2.5. Get used to that.
Here he was at 11.
Amazing. Little League. Who knew that a great baseball player would play Little League when he was a kid?
As we go to the bottom of the third inning, and Rick Sutcliffe is now on the mound.
Rick Sutcliffe.
Alan Trammell is on deck to hit for Brett Saberhagen. It'll be Randolph, Trammell, and Henderson.
Is Mel Hall on the All-Star team? No, I guess not.
Nobody. This is the year that Sutcliffe came very close to winning his second Cy Young with the Cubs. He lost to the aforementioned Steve Bedrosian.
Yeah, for
the
no
closest
reason.
Cy Young voting in years.
Led the National League with 18 wins. Back then, that should have got you the Cy Young.
I know.
Oh.
See, Davis is gimpy.
Yeah.
Alan Trammell will be coming in. Rick Sutcliffe is the new pitcher at 6'7", a rather conspicuous figure.
So he's only going to win 6 more games.
Former Cy Young Award winner and
6 and 6 in the second
winner
half.
of the Roberto Clemente Community Service Award. Rick donates $100,000 a year to Chicagoland charities.
$100,000.
A worthy recipient.
Still a lot of money back then.
It was.
Rick was relatively well paid in 1987, of course. He was rich.
Breaking ball, missing ball 1.
Sutcliffe is known in the trade as hooking the ball, and here's what they mean. See how
He hooks the ball. He sells it to men for sex.
One hopper off the glove of Ozzie Smith and on out into center field.
Sandberg never made an error in an All-Star game.
None of this Olay bullshit, Ozzie. Good Lord, this is
get
bad.
in front of the ball, you wuss.
And the batter will be Ricky Henderson. Here's another look.
Side. Sure.
Another play Sean Dunston would have made. Jesus. Brought the wrong guy.
It's almost news.
And they also have not flashed yet.
Yeah, I like how long it takes them to finally be like, fine, give him an error. I'm amazed they did. It's an All-Star game. What are you giving it? Just give somebody a hit
to make that play. Right.
And it will be an E6.
They call that on the player.
Mm-hmm. And even the crowd doesn't like it.
Yeah, I like that Joe basically makes the point that
it's
because
a sliding scale.
Yeah, because Ozzie should have made it because he's Ozzie Smith.
As far
any all-star shortstop should make that play, not just Ozzie Smith. Fuck you, Joe.
So they're not looking to play hit and run.
Not an exceptionally hard play. It would have been a nice play, but it's an all-star game. So
No score here in the third. One away.
hey, Sutcliffe was almost as bad as Sanderson sometimes when guys would get on base.
Oh, it was torture.
Yeah. Sanderson was worse.
There he goes
but
again.
Like, shit.
But you know what a lesson for all of us.
Fergosi's over there at first base going.
It's
Fuck
that
it, he's
awful
not
White
running,
Sox
Rick.
unit.
Stop throwing over.
One short year ago. Pitch out by Carter.
I want to pitch out.
Trammell holding.
Pitch out's a whole lot nowadays.
Trammell is going.
Oh, there goes Trammell.
Come on, Hawk. Gun him out. Gun him. 1-1-1.
I think he would just want to show the arm off.
You see that? They tried to deep. That's what you're talking about, I think.
Yeah, they tried. Sandberg tried to make it like it was a grounder. And then I was just surprised NBC had a camera devoted just to the runner. Back in
This is
1987.
speaking to like the fact that the production value here is pretty high, especially by 1987 standards.
It's better than the bullshit we watched Tuesday night on Fox. They're nonsense. Miking everybody up. Miking up Pete Crow Armstrong and asking about every sport other than baseball. So you like the Bears?
Yeah.
I think the Bears are going to do, Pete. Hey, did you ever play soccer? Like, what the fuck are we? Pete's out there like.
Highlights coming on big.
And it was all like one. It was just question after question. And I was waiting for Joe Davis to do the. Do you like gladiator movies, Pete?
Key Stadium is.
So this is weird. All of a sudden, there's like a voiceover from somebody else dropped in.
Again. Yeah, they didn't have enough time to like put their. It's true. And they didn't give credit. They didn't even say like courtesy of whatever. Like they used
Well,
to
I'm
do
sure
on
it was
the night.
probably an NBC guy, but it's like you couldn't. Vin couldn't have read that. They had somebody pre-record it. Oh, Rick, stop throwing. Jesus Christ! The only thing more annoying than your stories about your grandson is you throwing a first base 14 times every
Throwing
time
the
somebody
goddamn
gets on.
game down as soon as a runner gets on base.
I think Terry Kennedy said he thought that John McNamara was going to allow him.
This is the kind of stuff that we're just not used to anymore with the pitch clock.
He's been pretty good about it.
And if he bases it on runners, which he does a lot of times, he certainly knows Alan Trammell from his days.
Good to see Rick got and was in such good shape too.
Rick, not even a competitive plate appearance to Mattingly there.
He's like, I fuck
But
that.
like Mattingly was at his peak. They showed
Yeah.
a stat. He was career 336 hitter at this point, and he was batting 332 for the season or something. So,
Well, I think when Sutcliffe pitches to Boggs, here, Vin has some crazy fucking stats on Wade.
He's got a great idea up there.
It was interesting to break down Wade Boggs.
Here it is.
As far as the
All right, listen to
count
this.
is concerned, he's scary. You know, you figure you have a no ball, 2-strike count on a hitter, you're really way ahead of him. But that doesn't hold up with Boggs. You know what he hits when the count goes 0-2? Over 390. Strike. Big overhand curve.
390 when he's 0-2. And then when he gets ahead, Vin has the stat when he's ahead in the count. It's ridiculous.
That's an understatement. He likes 2 strikes. He waits on that ball and he'll hit it to the opposite field.
I hate to tell you what he hits when he's ahead in the count. How about 490? He plays a totally different game.
490. I mean, I know he's hitting 375, so you got to be able to put. But Jesus,
1-1 to Wade Boggs.
yeah, he hit 320.
gotta get the belt.
Hit bowling balls. He hit 325.
In fact, that's Cowboy Joe West of the National League at third.
Oh, Joe West. That's proof that you didn't. They weren't picking the umps by merit, and he fucked up the call. Wade swung.
The shadows will start to be a factor in a minute.
Lift it up.
And he lifts one in the air.
Attaboy, Rick.
Andre takes care of it, so no runs, no hits. An error, 2 left, and at the end of 3, no score.
2 errors on the National League so far. Nice tight game.
The one on Scott was pretty hard. That was pretty rough, I thought, but whatever.
And also, since Alan Trammell batted for Brett Saberhagen, we need a new pitcher, and it is Jack Morris.
So both
On the 4th of July
Sandberg and Dawson are going to bat in this inning.
7-6, and he decided to
So we'll just let this roll through all the way through Sutcliffe's second inning.
to his slider. Well, since July 4th of last year, he is 26-6. If you're keeping score, Harold Reynolds will bat 8th. Morris will bat
14-2 after the All-Star game last year. Was that good?
It'll be
That seems
Ryan
good.
Sandberg, Andre Dawson, and then Mike Schmidt in the 4th inning. No score.
There's a good shot of the shadow effect here in the ballpark. Now the batter is in complete shadow.
Not let go of, he's like a dog on a bone with his shadow.
It's Steve Stone. How's the visibility?
You're right.
You can understand why those 3
Absolutely.
twilight games here were so tough.
Was it 84 that they were on the West Coast and Dwight Gooden was pitching and he struck out like
right here.
6
they
guys
don't
in
show
a row?
good, but it was San Francisco. Steve Stone.
Yep. Look at that. Oh, that's Tippy. That's Dennis Martinez.
Oh, right. You being a smartass? That was Steve Stone, right?
It was Dennis Martinez.
It
You gotta
was?
go back. You got to go back a little farther for Stone.
Okay.
But he was
that was
32,
the year,
right?
That was 1980. That was the year Stone won 25 games.
He really is learning a little bit more about him.
I think they just went back 2 years to the last time they're doing the demonstration of the.
So the 1980 game was in Dodger Stadium. J.R. Richard pitched in that one. But I thought that was Steve Stone.
Well, let's go. We can go back and look. I thought it said Martinez. So it was Stone. Where'd he go? Here it comes.
In 1984 at Candlestick Park, the National
There's Fernando, 84. Oh, there's 80. Yeah, you're right. It's going to be Stone. I got thrown off because they showed Fernando in 84. Oh, damn it. I wanted to pause it. Uh-oh. Where'd we go? Oh, oh no. Technical difficulties.
Colin Arnie Harris.
So there's 84 Candlestick with Fernando. You're right. This is going to be 80. There's Stone. Yep. Steve Stone. Hard to tell in lo-fi. I couldn't read the name. I thought it was Dennis Martinez.
You know, for
Territory.
Kennedy, it's a great experience for him to be on the American League squad coming over from the National League because he's catching a lot of pitchers that he's hit against. He really is learning.
How bad were catchers?
Isn't that true for every catcher in the All-Star game? What?
Yeah, the unusual thing's got to learn how to catch other teams' pitchers because it's a fucking All-Star game.
He didn't quite say that. He just went into what was really just a banal observation about catchers catching guys that they normally hit against.
Terry ended up hit 250 that year with 18 homers. So whatever.
And when the Rangers got into a brawl with Detroit, Jack Morris was first off the bench. Let's go to Marv Albert.
All right, Vin, this is Baseball Commissioner Peter Uberoff. I'm wondering what your reaction is to NBC's proposal on the pregame show calling for the lifetime achievement positions established for the All-Star game, which would allow fans to vote for people such as Reggie
Man, Marv
Jackson and
with the
Nolan
big
Ryan
questions.
Yep.
I love that they mentioned Nolan Ryan, who would go on to pitch 6 more years and throw at least 2 more no-hitters.
When I could see everyone turn out for the old timers, the guys that are still real active at the end of their careers last year.
Definitely on his last legs, but they were underestimating Nolan Ryan.
Anyone's going to have a pitcher bat, but I'm going to ask that next year we put the DH in for the All-Star game, both sides, because
there you go.
hitters on the bench people want to see.
Uberoff, like, enough of this watching pitchers trying
Like
to
I
catch
said,
shit.
it's kind of a moot point because they've already gotten to the point. You know, in the 50s, I feel like some pitchers would throw 4 or 5 innings.
Yeah.
Pitchers are only throwing 2 innings, and by the time they're due up, they're getting pitch hit for anyway. Too bad, Hawk.
Oh, Jake just struck out Hawk. And so, so I forgot. Uberoff, as commissioner, I met when we saw Bart Giamatti earlier. He was the National League president. Or American League president. Which league was he the president?
National League.
National League.
They came together to help us get this job done in a positive sense. Let's get out of the press. Let's do fair employment. Don't put anybody in a
Let's
job
get out of
they
the
don't
press.
deserve.
He's basically saying, so we got together this committee full of prominent current and former black players to talk about, to give lip service to the idea that they could become managers and general managers to get out of the press. Oh, wait, did I say that out loud? Shit. Never mind.
Right.
And Mike Schmidt grounded to third in the first inning. No runs.
So Uberoff wouldn't be commissioner by 90, right? Because that's when Giamatti banned Pete Rose.
Say it again.
Uberoff wasn't commissioner He became commissioner right after the Olympics in '84, but by
That's
the
right.
late '80s, he was gone because it was '90, right, when they suspended.
89.
89?
89 was when Giamatti had only been commissioner for like less than a year.
Yeah.
And then he died after Manning Rose.
But they'll pound him inside.
And goes the other way to right. Winfield will have to.
Then we got the electric Fay Vincent.
With a 2-out single that will
The only thing I remember about Fay was that he took a bunch of no-hitters away from people.
Because it looked like you could go the outside.
He had to pitch. He had to pitch all 9 innings. No more rain-shortened ones. No more Andy Hawkins. You lost. You only pitched 8 innings. You don't get a no-hitter.
A little bit on his wing and went to the opposite field. A good piece of hitting.
There's Clark. He popped up
head-to-head with Brett Singer.
What was it? Clark was the coldest summer I ever spent, or the coldest winter I ever spent was the summer in San Francisco. That was Jack Clark.
Right. On one.
His hilarious
Kind of a hitter, and you would think
observation.
streaky, but he hasn't gone more than 9 days without a home run this year.
He uses a very light bat, Vin. It's a Joe Morgan model, 34 inches, 32 ounces, and there's quite a story
Yeah,
behind it.
we lost Mike for a minute, so.
And you know, as great a years he's having, he still has a bad thumb.
That bat is so light, and his stance, as you look at it, he stands.
All right, so I think he said this is a 34-inch, 32-ounce bat.
Because the bat is so light, he has to hang in there.
Yeah.
Now, that's why that front foot is up there. He said,
I remember I have a bat out in the garage that was my bat when I was a little leaguer. I still have it. It's a 31-28, I think. And I remember I got up to 34-31. That was the bat I used at the end. And I remember I mentioned that one time on a pod. And there were guys who wrote in like, there's no way, that bat's way too heavy. Like, what? A 31-ounce bat is not heavy, even for like a 14-year-old.
No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. And at the end of 3,
I didn't realize I was Paul Bunyan, basically.
Schmidt got host there, actually. It was a pretty smart delayed steal. Look, he's there. Terrible call.
Why didn't you ask for a replay? Review. Come on, Schmidt. Make the earmuffs.
Yeah, what's with the retrospective here, by the way?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't get this.
Bob
I kind of feel like maybe this was because all of a sudden we're right back to live. It's almost like maybe this was a replay of the game that this guy recorded.
It's weird. It's the full game, and this is just dropped in.
Yeah, it doesn't happen it only happens a couple times.
Well, this could not have been recorded during the broadcast itself.
No.
It's just odd. It's just odd that it's inserted right into this point. It's a weird post-production.
No score in the ball game, and
All right, here's Rick pitching to his future teammate.
Hey, teammate. Right here.
We have a new second baseman, Juan Samuel.
Yeah, Brian Sandberg and his bum leg have been retired for the night.
He catch Kennedy a little bit off guard, but he certainly reacted in a hurry.
Bell fouls it off, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom of the 4th. So the Phillies' Juan Samuel is now at second base for Ryan Sandberg, and he will hit in the number 2 slot.
I was not a fan of these pants that the Cubs had.
I'm not going to belabor the point, but the first couple innings
yeah, you are.
with the shadows.
I think they should bring back the top.
But I'm not going to belabor the point that I've been belaboring for 2 innings.
Bars. That's tough.
Check swing and a
Whoa.
roll up on first, hits the bag. And
Oh, look at that. Jack Clark with cat-like reflexes.
Yeah. That's all saw it.
I bet you George was busting it down the line, too. Oh, yeah. He didn't even drop his bat. Oh, he did drop his bat.
That time it took a nice bounce for Jack Clark. Little room service job.
There's Dave Winfield. You think about it, the first player in 20 years to have 5 consecutive 100 RBI seasons.
Wow. That's an interesting stat. 6 doubles.
Yeah.
And Babe Ruth had 13.
So what Vin was saying, Winfield had 500 RBI seasons in a row, and Babe Ruth had 13.
Who did?
Babe Ruth.
We're scoreless.
Ever heard of him?
You would think he'd be able to hit that outside corner all day long, as deep in the batter's box as Winfield is, but he covers it with that stride of his.
Way back. Well, of course, 6'7".
Dave really was in one great spot.
That's not must not been what he said. Babe didn't do that.
And he had just one hit in 21 at bats. But there have been some great Yankees who struggled. Babe Ruth.
Well, he did have 13. No, wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. RBIs. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 1, 2. 1.
Chopper to Samuel, and that takes care of Winfield.
That could have been what he said. Babe had 8 in a row once.
So Juan Samuel
Okay.
making the
He had
play
like
at
15 of
second
them, but he
base.
had a couple of breaks in there.
And Cal Ripken Jr. coming up.
Look at Sutcliffe. He's mowing down the American League.
You can see that ball, how
Yeah.
dark it got. And
Yeah,
that's
no
what the
problem
batter's
with
up
that.
against as it goes from sunlight to darkness. Samuel makes a nice play throwing off balance.
Apparently,
That was
Joe had
marvelous.
never had a sunny day before. He's fascinated by this.
So a good play, especially just coming in the game by Juan Samuel. And here's Cal Ripken. Might have had the only
800.
RBI today when he hit a line.
Well,
that was headed
you know,
to right field.
that inning streak was always more impressive to me because he never came out of games. Too. That was
No, and then when he did, it was just his dad made him. His dad took him out of a game. He did. He's just like, fuck it, we're done with this. You sit down. He missed the 8th inning of a game. He told Cal to sit down.
we talked about. I think he was with that.
So,
was there an guys for hold on a sec.
So this is 87. 88, Cal Ripken Sr. Cal is the manager of the Orioles in 87.
Yep.
In 88, they lose their first 21.
That's right. I think he's the manager right now, actually.
He is. I looked. Because I wondered, I'm like, is this the year? This wasn't the year.
Center fielder's arm guns it into Ozzie Smith. And with 2 down, Terry Kennedy coming up.
0-21. Yeah, the 0-14 Cubs season was like interminable. And they went on the Orioles. It was another week.
Throwing out Mike
Yeah.
Schmidt on the delayed steal.
Good
in the
Lord.
21.
So where's Rick Dempsey? Just too old? He's not the catcher anymore?
Game for both leagues. Ted Simmons did it for the Cardinals and the
He's
Brewers.
probably a Dodger now?
Terry started in 85 when Gary Carter was hurt. Fouled away, 0-1.
I don't remember that.
No balls and
But
2
I
strikes.
think Dempsey ended up with the Dodgers.
Oral Hershiser in the
87, he was an
I
Indian.
was the model hoist starting for the Padres.
Because I know he was on the 88 World Series team.
on each side.
He was.
89, you mean?
88. He was Dempsey was an 88 Dodger.
I was talking Kennedy, sorry.
Drill for all of them. 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, Kennedy he'll end up with the Giants.
Short way to Juan Samuel. They get the force on Ripken, and that's it.
All right, Scott. Nice job, pal.
Man left. At the end of 4.
That's our guy.
All right. We're not going to miss any scoring, but we're going to zip ahead to get you a little bit of. Wait a minute. Oh, we got a Dawson at bat coming up.
Wait, yeah. How long is it? Because, the game at Wrigley 3 years later is considered one of the worst ever. That was a 0-0 game index ratings, right?
Well, they had the rain delay, right? And that why
That
people.
too, which made it even worse. But the game itself sucked and the weather sucked.
That takes care of Bell. 1 away. Paid attendance over 49,000. Big crowd. It is the
Oh, I know we're zipping ahead. So now they've had to reshuffle the outfield. Eric Davis is out. So Raines is in left. Who's in center? Willie McGee is in center, and Andre is in right.
Understand game.
And Andre is about to go. Who gives a shit about the sun here? You're about to see this.
Speared it, flipped to Ozzie Smith for a double play. In the National League bullpen, Rick Russell begins to loosen up. Breaking ball strike, 0-1. There's Rick.
There's Big Daddy.
He would be the oldest nationally. He's 38. Winfield.
He wasn't as handsome as his brother, but still pretty good looking.
Who's the athlete? Can't you tell from his face?
Look at that play by Andre.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Tough play.
By the sunset.
Sunny day, my ass.
He really had himself a tough play. Gets a late start, but you can almost see that.
Gets a late
start.
start.
Once he's got to look at him, hold that glove close. That's a tough field right now.
He can play anywhere, and of course, Wrigley Field is perhaps his favorite as far as the offense is concerned, but remarkable, as are all of them. And Tony Fernandez coming up.
There are two Fernandezes in this game because Fred is, I noticed, was introduced to the Mets.
What's that? What inning is it?
There are two Fernandezes in this game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Sid and
Sid was also
Tony.
introduced. Oh, your dad booted that one.
Yep.
I guess you could say it was
It's an all-star game.
He didn't
He's going to let the ball boy get a shot at one. Just let it go.
Ew.
If you're in a team picture, you're at the All-Star game.
What is with the Blue Jays with put the logo right in the middle? It's almost like those awful Cub jerseys that one year that had the number like a basketball jersey.
Right.
All right, we got one more Andre at bat coming up, and then we're going to zip ahead to Rick Russell.
We'll be back after these messages from your local station.
End of the sixth, five total hits.
Rose to the top of his category with a remarkable.
Oh, we got Keith Jackson doing
17 games with a 3.40 ERA.
Look at all the fans.
Look at this dime store Bill Curtis here.
That really made him a standout. As he went
Dime store Bill Curtis is Keith Jackson.
Oh, who is it? Oh, it's Keith Jackson. Oh my God, I'm embarrassed. I did not recognize that. It sounded like Bill Curtis. My bad. I apologize for close to Keith Jackson. It's terrible.
In Major League history to lead their respective leagues in strikeouts. Would you believe it? My, oh
my, Dave Niehaus.
Oh, it's Dave Niehaus.
And Dwight Evans is now in right field. Dave Winfield has moved over to left. And Matt Noakes.
Oh, there's Matt Noakes.
Matt no notes.
Like a rope, the right of Tony Fernandez. So that's going to be it for the Hawk. He's done after this.
1 for 3, 2 bases.
Oh,
who's that?
Who's Marv interviewing?
Who's Marv talking to down there?
Right now, let's go to Marv Albert. All right, Benno, this is Kansas City General Manager John Sherholz. John, what is your reaction?
That's where he came to Atlanta.
Who play both baseball and football. Is there a fear that he'll get injured? Well, certainly we were disappointed to hear that news.
Oh, Bo.
Yeah,
Bo just announced he's going to play for the Raiders.
Because he would have drafted like in the 3rd round, right? Because in '86 he was talked about Tampa, and then he went to the baseball. And the Raiders drafted him in '87 in April. And then he must have just signed, like you said. So it was like a whole weird thing, because up until then it was all leverage, right? Like choosing one against the other, and then he had to sign it to the Raiders.
All right, gentlemen, with 2 out in the 7th inning, Jack Clark, the batter.
So who knew there was breaking news at the All-Star game?
No score, 7th inning, the longest scoring drought in All-Star history.
Wow.
The only 1-0 All-Star game was played.
Which tracks, because that was the season of Gibson's 1.12 ERA.
Maybe the frustration with NBC was that this was the year that scoring was way up, offense was way up, and they're like, "Oh, this All-Star is going to be awesome. Let's make 11-10."
And that was a big part of the pregame was like how juiced the ball was, and that like a lot of the offensive players were annoyed because they're like, "We're not getting credit.
Yep.
You guys are saying the ball is juiced, and we're not getting credit." And then, yeah, that's a good call.
But by now, pitcher's in the shade, right? No excuse anymore. I mean, the right fielder's not pitching.
That's right. Well, they had a stat earlier that said that the attendance here was the largest attendance that they ever had in Oakland Coliseum for a baseball game.
Yep.
And then the other thing I want to say is I have to challenge your assertion that while they don't have the big foul territories because the owners want more seats, that modern ballpark had more seats than these.
No, I think they just want they want fans closer to the field.
Right? Who doesn't? Right?
I don't think it's a capacity thing.
No.
Oh, I thought this was great. This is the Gatorade 7th inning stretch where how could you possibly tell who that is? You're supposed to guess.
Hey, that's Roger Hornsby.
You can basically read Reigns on the back of the shirt. It's like maybe do a better job of blurring that if it's
I have no idea. I think
I was hoping it was a you make the call when I first saw it. I'm like, oh, good, this will be fun, and that's not.
You don't deserve to be that lucky. That was great. Gee, who could this be? I don't know. Looks like Tom Cobb. Oh shoot! I don't know how I didn't feel it.
No team hit 200 homers this season. 10 teams are on a 200 homer pace.
Yeah, I think the Cubs led the league in homers too, or something. I mean, Andre had 40.
Well, you had Andre and you had Keith Moreland, 32.
Oh, I want to say Pepsi Cola had a promotion that year about like you look in the bottom of a can. I could be talking on my ass. There was some thing going around in Chicago.
There was something because I remember it. The number. I don't know why I remember. I remember the number. It was 144. It was how many home runs did the Cubs hit before the All-Star break? And I had the right number. And I remember how
pissed, it was, right?
I remember how pissed Dad was that I didn't win anything. Like it just got put in a drawing. He's like, you had the right number. And I'm like, even as a kid, I'm like, I think there were a whole shitload of every number, Dad. They can't give. They're not going to give
a lot
a
of
prize.
people had the number.
Yeah.
I'm bracing for Big Daddy to get crushed here just because of my retroactive future memory from 1989.
Player to ever play in an All-Star game was Satchel Paige. Bless his heart, he was
48.
7 days old.
Rick is simply the sexiest player who's ever played an All-Star game.
True.
Why does he look like he's throwing a knuckleball when he's not? It's the short arm, and he gets himself a fielding position. He's ready to go.
I mean,
look at those All-Star numbers. 270, no homers, 18 RBIs.
Well, and the same with Ozzie Smith had a big fat 0 in the home runs.
Oh,
that's a tough play.
Nice, very nice play. Oh, Keith Hernandez. That's why.
Yeah, gotta give that asshole.
He was a great first baseman.
One. What's he that did not care for him? Tom Scooter, that's funny.
Harold, what are you leaning over for? You got a helmet on. Stay up.
If the helmet stays on, it might block the ball.
Right, and then you're safe. Oh, if it stays on.
Well, let's do inside.
Yeah, way inside. Strike to Kirby Puckett. He was on the grass, I believe, on 2 or 3 strikes.
Does Russell's pants have to be so form-fitting? I'm a little.
That's the biggest ones they got.
I'm a little bothered.
Can I get a bigger pair of pants? No, you can't. You literally can't.
A little baggier trousers.
We'll go see what's the Pirate Parrot might have pants big enough for you, Rick. That's why you got traded to the Giants. They had bigger pants. No runner has reached third.
Wow. So Eric, it is a great observation that in the year of the rabbit ball.
The All-Star game on the 2026 All-Star game.
Yeah.
The only batter who batted with a runner in scoring position on the entire game was Cody Bellinger, who singled in 2 runs.
All right.
Yep.
Well, there's nothing much here. Mike Schmidt batted with Dustin on second. We know that. Winfield got doubled off a second in the Ripken line.
You might wonder about it. Just how tall is he? And what is
amazing.
He is listed at 5'8", 205 pounds.
Vince seems a little skeptical about Kirby weighing 205.
That's just like half a Russell.
Yep. Oh, here comes Mark McGwire.
Yeah. Let's see what Big Daddy does to the kid. You know, it's a big situation. Chance to put the American League up. Got a runner in scoring position. 2 outs. Then he sits in the outfield while to score the run. What do you got, Rick? Make this kid eat shit. Nope, sorry. I just can't believe all that foul territory. No ballpark has anything close to that today.
You look at his stance, he turns that toe in to remind himself to keep that front shoulder in. Both eyes looking at that pitcher in a short, compact swing. 0-1, the count of Mark McGwire. And he lifts
Dawson. But Dawson's out of the game.
Dale Murphy.
Oh, you're right. Murphy was about to fall off a cliff. He didn't even start in this game. I almost feel bad for him. He's not even playing center field here.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he was so great for so long, and then nothing. Like, he didn't have a normal, like, kind of gradual ramp down to pad his stats, and that's why he isn't in the Hall of Fame. But
back-to-back Hall of Fame and back-to-back All-Star or MVP.
Murphy makes a good play. Getting back to McGuire.
good thing you got the sunglasses, Dale.
There's his swing to that of Bull Luzinski.
Oh, don't flip him down.
With good power, and he can go the opposite field, as he showed right there. It looked like that was going to be a great story.
Oh, and how? Well, Dan, please.
Oh, here's Bo Diaz.
Here's your Cub doing a police back.
Yeah.
And here's Bo Diaz batting.
Bo Diaz at the plate. Plesac 4-2, and look at that ERA.
197 ERA and 18 saves.
Your origin story, Danny. And I was Bobby Bo that was family back home was then able to watch this game because they didn't have a satellite dish.
Leveled the little town in Venezuela. So he lost the
Oh, spot. More sadness. I don't want to hear more sadness in Fair Blue.
0-2.
Maybe there was an earthquake while he was trying to put the satellite dish up.
He's like, oh, you couldn't so sad we couldn't watch me in my one All-Star game. Next year, next All-Star game, you can see I'll come to you.
Feel kind of bad for Bo, considering he was an all-star. He had a good, solid major league career, and the only thing assholes like me remember him for is that he got crushed to death trying to install a satellite dish on his roof.
That's right.
He would. Let's see, when did he die?
Yeah. Is he still playing?
1990.
Yeah. He might have been out of the majors. And he's a veteran here. How old was he?
He died in November of 90, and he finished his career in 89. Well, that's why he had leisure time now. That's what the satellite dish was for. Got to get the Golden Girls.
Yeah, we're really flying.
Well, Dale's having a good year. 309, 25 homers, 61 RBIs, so he hasn't fallen off yet.
Yeah, hasn't fallen off yet.
Maybe he stopped hitting when he kept pulling his helmet down so far. Dale.
Yeah, I
don't
recognize him.
Good Lord.
Right. You have Ozzie Virgil, Pedro Guerrero, and Jeff Leonard.
On the bench.
Yep.
Tabler, and Larry Parrish.
Gerald's basically in just a pinch hit, right? God knows he's not going to. He doesn't have a glove. They're all-stars. They're supposed to make those catches.
Yep.
Anytime you leave fairground going to foul, and you know you're going in the neighborhood of the bullpen, but he was on the grass.
All right, I got the box score here. I want to look and see how many guys have pitched for both teams so far.
He wasn't sure of that, but
we got messages in the chat.
Sure hands just clamped it.
So Murphy is taken care of, and Hubie Brooks, the pride of Montreal, coming up. Boy, he's come a long way. Kid from down south in Los Angeles.
Is he the pride of Montreal, Vin?
He was
Who?
Hubie Brooks? I mean, I know that's where he plays. Wouldn't he be the pride of wherever he was from?
Right.
Which I don't think.
Why do you call him the pride of Montreal? Yeah, I don't know who the pride of Montreal would have been by 1987. They're all gone.
No runs, 4 hits for the American League. No runs, 2 hits for the National League.
I like how they're speeding this game up. The fade on.
He wasn't looking for it, and he's blown away.
Well, it is edited, so somebody cut out some of the dead.
And at the end of 7.5 in the gloaming, no score.
Vin with a gloaming reference.
Again, after the All-Star break, there might be a ball game coming up in your neighborhood.
Oh, convenient for the 4 Cubs. Their next game is in San Francisco. You don't even have to fly anywhere.
Well, and also, I want to say 1987, your team started playing on Thursday, not Friday.
In the scoreboards, one of the few manually operated scoreboards around here at the Oakland Coliseum. Ozzie
Virgil
will take over behind the plate. Carter, Diaz, and Virgil. That means Guerrero and Leonard are
it's kind of amazing that both teams only had 2 catchers. I feel like you should probably have 3 in an All-Star game just in case. I don't know.
All right. So what's more amazing is, so Russell is he's the 4th pitcher.
Yeah. After Hershiser was after Sutcliffe.
How many more pitchers do you think they have left?
So this is leading to what you're getting to. Did they only have like 6 pitchers on the staff or something?
8. They only had, each team had 8.
Okay.
Which is,
I'm curious why Lou Arthur pitched as long as he did, because I never got to this point in the video. And I don't remember this game.
but it's like, really? You picked 8 pitchers?
But this is the bottom of the 7th? Yeah, bottom of the 8th.
This is the
John Franco.
This is the bottom of the 8th, right?
You got John Franco, Lee Smith.
You got 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, this is no outs in the 8th. So you got plenty of, you got 4 pitchers left. You got plenty of pitchers. In fact, you got so many that you let's just change pitchers now.
It's a reminder, next Saturday, 2 teams have already eclipsed the homer barrier, the Giants and the Cubs.
Well, maybe Rick's going to pitch to one more guy.
Others will see the Orioles and the Royals.
The one I understand is going to have Joe and Grozen. The other's going to have Bob and Tony.
On NBC Sports. Davey Johnson is not waiting for memories.
There we go. We're going to the bullpen.
Okay.
We're going to John Franco. Pitcher number 5. We still got 3 left.
So
Big deal. It's the 8th inning.
Franco.
Field, and John Franco is coming into pitch, and we'll be back. Jeffrey Leonard, the Hackman, out there in right field.
1 flap down.
Leonard, by the way, will be in the number 3 position, so he'd be due to bat 4th.
You gave his nickname earlier, right? Penitentiary face.
Penitentiary face, probably racist. But
will go in the number 7 position. Baines batting for Cleveland.
Little John Franco's having a nice year. There's Pedro.
Oh, Pete Guerrero.
He wasn't even going to come. Fine starting, I'm departing. Wait, that wasn't him. Oh, here's Harold.
Harold.
Another Hall of Fame numbers, on pace for
24
homers and 80 RBI.
And he's in his peak. If he Eckwood was still playing a position, he'd be in his peak. He's already given up defense.
Well, he's just a couple of years away from getting shipped off to the Rangers.
I mean, right. That happened in '89. Yep. And then Uncle Jerry retired his number, which was so idiotic.
Couldn't possibly wait till they actually retired. While he was an active player.
I have many thoughts on Harold Baines' career.
Boy, what a boost he has given the Cincinnati Reds.
I'm sure the Cubs will do that for Happ next year. Look at Matt Noakes, 319, 20 homers, 51 RBIs. He's going to do that every year.
Yeah, it's fucking Franco look kind of portly. You'd have Rick Sutcliffe, Rick Russell.
There's not a lot of guys who aren't.
I mean, Hershiser was in this game. He's a beanpole.
I mean, Russell, if Rick had gotten next size up in his pants and his shirt, he wouldn't have looked out of place.
Right, exactly.
2-2.
He opens him up pretty good, boy. He put some seal beams out there.
Just think, Sparky Anderson had 2 catchers, Johnny Bench and Lance Parrish. Now he's breaking in Matt Noakes.
Yeah, it's going to be just the same.
That's right.
So they're still groping their way through 8, and Pedro Guerrero is still waiting for a
We're
Groping
their way through 8.
Not sure about that use of verb there, Ben.
We're going
All right, we're going to skip ahead a little bit because it's spoiler alert.
So who comes in after Franco? Because there's nobody else besides him and Lee Arthur, right? I feel like.
Let's see.
I'm kind of annoyed that they pulled Sandberg out of the game so early because freaking Juan Samuel is in his 7th inning.
Well, I think they did because Sandberg had the bad foot.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
I think
that's true.
Oh, better watch. Oh, there's excitement. We better not skip ahead too far. It's not that much of it in this one.
That has to be one of the most incredible stories of the year in any sport. The first day back.
Finally, 87 was the lockout year, and
yeah.
a lot of those guys came back called with their teams, and Reigns came back, and so his first game as an Expo of the year was in May, not April, because he was locked out because of the collusion. And in his first game, I remember watching that game on Game of the Week. He had a home run in his first game back. That's what that was.
Davey Johnson talked about having a squad that you don't have to manufacture runs, but I think that's all out the window. They're going to try to manufacture that run because they've certainly got the ingredients with Sam Well at batter.
All right, so this is the top of the ninth with Rigetti in for the American League.
We said if they're thinking of putting a play on is the fact Reigns knows that that's not really a contact hitter at the plate in Samuel.
No, he's not.
No.
It'll be a straight steal for Reigns if they decide to go and just let Samuel do what he has to do.
Double figures in homers, triples, doubles, steals last 3 seasons. He's almost as good as Sammy Sosa.
He was a good player for a little bit.
Big Mark McGuire holding the corner. And there he goes. They got him picked off.
Picked him off, and doesn't matter. There he goes to third.
Oh, some all-star game this is.
It's the third error now, right?
Well, the National League had two.
Yeah, right.
Third
error in the game. Way to go, Mark McGuire.
And there's McGuire at first. I love it. You had him.
Just as slick as he can, and Reigns knew he was in no man's country, so he was just going to try to make it. The second gets the bonus when the throw goes into center field, not McNamara.
Tony Fernandez is like, what the fuck?
Oh, he knows how he sticks his arm out. Not very subtle like Reggie Jackson in the 77 World Series. It didn't have an effect, but it's interesting. Umpire could have called that if it actually made contact.
Dave Rigetti comes out.
Dave Rigetti, 1981 Rookie of the Year, and then Fireman of the Year in 1984.
So 1 out in the ninth. Runner at third. Clearly, they're going to score here.
Right.
Reigns easily over to third.
And that's not something to just slough off. That's the first base runner to get to third in the game.
That's amazing. I had no recollection that this game was so offensively inept.
Tom Hinkie
or
is
so
in.
defensively dominant.
That's why they called him in. Almost threw that one away. 2-2.
So we changed pitchers mid at bat.
Yes, 2-2.
Hinkie's in to strike out Samwell. His one job.
Yeah. Well, Samwell he struck out quite a bit.
Yeah.
He was a good player. I mean, I feel for a while in National League had a lot of good, solid second basemen. Sandberg was the best among them.
Johnny Ray, Bill Doran.
Johnny Ray was pretty good. Bill Doran of the Houston Astros. I don't want to give credit to Tommy Herr.
Didn't strike him out. You got a pop up. Oh, this should score a rock.
Oh, now it's
Dewey Evans. It's not going to score him. Look at
that. Yeah. He was famous for his arm. That's even though he's like on his back foot there, he still knows how to get leverage on the throw.
Where's our buddy Len Casper to say that's an auto send there? You have to send it.
Oh, is that one of Len's things?
That used to drive me nuts. It's like
yeah. No, not with Dwight Evans out there.
That was up there a long time because it looked like Reigns was like, I'm not going to tag.
Yeah,
and he still had plenty of time to tag up.
He would have been out by 6 feet.
Oh yeah,
that's respect from Reigns for Evans. Like Reigns knew he's probably going to uncork that type of a throw, and he was right.
So how many years? How many years are we?
Sorry,
I was going to say how many years are we from Dave Parker throwing the guy out at home plate?
That was 1979, and then Strawberry actually had one at Wrigley Field in 1990. It's not as celebrated as Parker's, but Strawberry had a throw from the morning track that went home on him. For both of those ones,
look at that. That ball should have been like 15 rows back.
Right, exactly.
And there was room to catch it.
But you referenced Dave Parker's throw, and it was similar to the one Strawberry made. Those were awesome because they were on a fly.
Yeah.
Evans' was just textbook. He could have made it on a fly, but he just figured, I guess they're quick, and I'll bounce it.
Now he finds the ball here. Now he's got it. Now he doesn't know how much room he's got, but you see.
You're right.
There's no way there should be room. Leonard's like, what the fuck?
God, I hate this park.
And how? So Dave Winfield, who is the only man to go the distance in the American League.
Oh, so it changed pictures again.
So now it's Bedrosian to pitch the 9th. And I don't think anything's going to happen. Oh, Winfield gets
Well,
on.
he obviously got some because our guy comes in next. Oh, must have walked somebody, though.
Yeah, you got to run at second. And there's Dewey. Oh, we better watch.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was the next inning.
There's 2 on.
2 walks with 1 out.
And 1 out. Oh, but now you have the punchless Harold Reynolds.
It doesn't do you any good if you don't get it in the strike zone.
Didn't have another second baseman better because he didn't need him because he had Langston. He didn't have to pick him. He had a Mariner.
Yeah, how did Harold Reynolds make this fucking All-Star game? You're right. He had Langston.
Where's Craig Graybeck?
Who are the second basemen in the American League besides I mean, you know what? It was a pretty down pair because really Randolph seemed like he'd be pretty old. I'm amazed he was the starting second baseman.
Yeah.
Was Lou Whitaker already washed up by then? He must have been.
No, I thought he had a good year in '87. Didn't him and Trammell both?
It's funny.
That was the year they caught the Blue Jays in the last series of the year.
When they got Doyle Alexander for John Smoltz and he went 10-0. But I feel like just a moment ago I was
he must have been hurt. Oh, look at Ozzie Virgil.
Wow.
Taking it from.
That's a pretty incredible play.
He was late in covering first base, and it looked like the throw was going to get by him. They still tried for the double play.
Damn. That's almost some Pete Rose shit.
Now watch, he's very late.
And Winfield's a freaking football player. So.
Brooks' throw is.
Yeah, Hubie, what are you doing? Oh, Bedrosian's not there.
That's what he said. He was late.
That's a good throw.
Yeah, Bedrosian almost got Virgil.
Dave.
Well, Bedrosian almost got Virgil killed with that throw, too.
Yep.
Pete
Rose would have scored.
I'm just salty because Bedrosian would win the Cy Young Award, only because Lee Smith blew too many of Rick Sutcliffe's wins. What's this?
I don't know.
And it comes down to pitching and defense.
And that's exactly what happened.
That's an MLB graphic. This is a retroactive.
By great pitching. As the game was scoreless going into the
well, don't spoil it.
They're trying to make this game sound epic with the narration.
If I hit the ball in the outfield, he's going to score, and I'm going to be the hero.
But you can't hit the ball in the outfield. That's the problem. Oh, my God. Harold is delusional.
Man, I could have been the MVP.
Yeah, well, maybe he shouldn't have grounded out to the fucking first baseman.
Yeah, a two-hopper to the first baseman isn't the way to do it.
Let's take another look at that magnificent Bedrosian play.
I'm also. It's not a magnificent play because if he was fielding his position, he wouldn't have had to have dove in the first place.
The dive is pretty impressive, but yeah, he shouldn't have needed to do it.
It is. Because the game ends here, right? If Winfield scores,
yep.
So
yeah,
it is
American League wins 1-0.
Cool.
Look at that. Bush League. You try to kick poor Ozzie Virgil right in the Ozzie Virgil.
I mean, let's face it, Ozzie Virgil, kind of dispensable as a major league player. I know he's in the All-Star game, but no, it's not like it's Gary Carter.
So that would have been that would have been Jody if he'd have made the team.
And I was right. You're right. That's true. And I was wrong. We were 3 catchers, not 2, because Bo Diaz was in the game.
Yeah. Oh, look, the Mets put the C on Keith.
Did Kirby break back?
So Hernandez singles, Fernandez retrieves, and with 1 out, the batter will be Ozzie Virgil, who somehow held onto the ball after that crushing collision with Dave Winfield.
He had enough time to brace himself. He knew he was going to be the accident about to happen because Winfield, you could see About 3/4 of the way up the line, he was not going to slide. He was going to try to bowl him over, a la Pete Rose and Ray.
I like that the Braves still have the same uniforms.
20 homers. Yeah, 1987 was definitely a rabbit ball. Ozzie Virgil's got 20 homers in the All-Star.
He's the son of Ozzie Virgil, who played with the Giants 20 years
Ozzie
ago.
Virgil's the son of Ozzie Virgil. Wait, what?
Wow, I was wondering if they were related.
But don't ask him to steal a base. He's stolen.
Yeah, I always associate Ozzie Virgil with like the Phillies from a few years earlier. I have no recollection of him being with the Braves.
Now here comes Petey. It's going to be emptying the bench.
Vince Big on all the people from San Pedro de Macorís.
Then the only player will be pitcher Sid Fernandez. Then Davey Johnson will have used
Oh.
them all. 0-1.
Yeah, so he will now be out of position players, and the only pitchers left are Lee and Sid.
Okay.
That's just bad planning. I just
right.
A 9-inning game plus, because they've had extra inning game 2 years before they had extra inning game. 8 pitchers,
Right.
fine. What could go wrong?
Ball to left field, and Dave Winfield is there. 2 down.
Winfield's playing the whole game, by the way.
Yeah.
He's 30 and he's 32. He's the oldest, not the oldest guy in the game, oldest starter.
Has he moved from? Did he start in right and go to left?
Yes, I think he started in right. He did not start. I don't think he was started.
Yeah, he started in right and went to left.
Yeah, because when Dawson hit that double, that was not Winfield that retrieved it.
Yeah, the starting left fielder was
George Bell.
George Bell. Why wouldn't you leave George in for defense? No, that's why. Pedro. Well, he's not going to stay in the game, I'll bet. No, he's just going to pinch it.
Home run now, of course, with 2 down in the 10th inning. Ball 1-0. The longest game in All-Star history by innings, 20 years ago, a 15-inning game.
Look out, I hope we don't have one of those.
That's a move. But, of course, back then, like Ted Williams would probably played all 15 innings or whatever.
As a pitcher without a win to be an all-star game. But
now.
Forget the statistics when it comes to pitching. This fellow is saved. That's the name of his game.
1-1 to Guerrero. Pete Hernandez at first. 2 out in the 10. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Keith, I don't think is stealing.
The runner, the pitchers are not coming set.
It's the kind of a game that you love in an all-star game because you saw everybody and it meant something.
Okay, Joe. Wait up.
Like in the bottom of the 10, Kirby Puckett will be followed by Mark McGuire, who almost hit a home run, who almost ruined the American League effort when he threw the ball in the and he'll be second man up.
Mark McGuire almost won the game and almost lost the game.
Right.
All right. So we're going to Lee Smith.
I just like where Joe was like, it's an exciting game. I know there's no hits or runs, but everybody's played.
Which is the most important thing. Everybody had fun.
Yeah. It's very exciting.
Smith is now on the mound, the big right-hander with the Chicago Cubs.
8 hits and 3 errors. That's all we've got to show for this so far.
Lee Smith, the only pitcher in the major leagues with 25 and more saves each of the last 4 years. He worked an inning on Saturday.
Talk about your David and Goliath. Puckett against Lee Smith.
Yeah, not a sight. But they're not playing jump ball. That's strike 1. Down in the bull.
In 1987, who's the other Smith on the Cubs? It's not Dwight.
What?
No, Dwight was 8 until 89.
Yeah. Not Dave.
Thank God.
There are 2. Yeah, he's an Al Smith, huh? I'm gonna have to look it up.
Lee's already exhausted, and he's only thrown 2 pitches. I was told I wouldn't pitch. Struck out Kirby.
Yeah.
Sit your ass down. And here comes Mark McGwire with yet another chance to win the game.
Oh, yeah.
Last player to homer in his home ballpark in an All-Star game was Hank Aaron in
Wow. That's actually
1972.
kind of impressive. That's funny. It's so Aaron and Ruth both have significant home run, all-star home runs at the tail end of their careers. Oh, he'll get it. Oh, not bad. He was on top of it. I will say McGuire actually did have a nice ass bat the inning before when he hit that one that Matt Del Murphy called.
That he missed the bus. And here's this great kid in Oakland looking for a ride to the hotel. Also, he is the first member of the 1984 United States Olympic team to make the All-Star game.
Wait, even before Oda B.
Just wait until Oda B. McDowell
I
starts
was going to
making
say,
it every
before
year.
Oda B. McDowell?
It's funny we both think that because I feel like McGuire and McDowell are the two most memorable players from that series of Topps USA cards. And Oda B. just had that name that was fun to say. There were no other Smiths on the 87 Cubs. So
what's with the L. Smith?
Yes, as to why Lee Smith was rocking the L. I have it, I guess.
I'm going to look at 86 and see if the uniform is just left over from the year before.
That could be it. Yeah.
Brian Dayette. Not because of Brian Dayette?
No.
There's no reason for him to have L. Smith on this.
Nobody in the 86 Cubs.
Look at that, though. We blew McGuire away. So 2 strikeouts so far for Lee. Kirby and Mark.
Ed reduces it to the fundamentals. I'll throw it as hard as I can. You swing as hard as you can. We'll see who wins.
Right, strength against strength. My fastball against your.
Somewhere Jim Fry is like 4 cocktails into his evening.
Can't wait to trade
this guy.
As the only player not to have gotten in the game, there's Larry Parrish.
If I were GM, I'd trade this guy for Calvin Ciraldi.
In there, 1-1.
I'm going to guess that Kevin Seitzer does not stand a fucking chance at making hard contact against Lee Smith. If he does, I'll leave it work.
He did. Look at this. One more.
It serves me right. There,
one more biscuit for breakfast.
The gods. Funny. Kevin Seitzer might have been remembered for a walk-off home run off of Lee Smith. I don't think so. Kevin Seitzer, I think, was one of those players that I would not have otherwise been able to push. Oh, we do get a bonus commercial. Oh, that's I know that song. What's the brand? Jeff Reardon?
Yeah.
I remember this commercial vaguely.
Continued at a ballpark near you. The preceding
it's just a Major League Baseball.
Major League Baseball.
The only commercials on this video are like baseball commercials.
To start it off, followed by Willie McGee and then Jim Raines.
It was also to see that. I was also surprised that Hubie Brooks was at shortstop on that that play that Pedrosian bailed him out on. I always thought he was a third baseman. You know, Kevin Seitzer was a rookie too, by the way. He would end up leading the American League in plate appearances and hits. He was technically not a rookie. He exceeded his rookie eligibility barely the year before, so obviously he would have been the rookie of the year. First full season. Because I was going to say, I associated Seitzer more with the 90s. He was like a decent, above-average player. I was surprised to see him in the 1987 All-Star game. That was his career year. He had a 5.5 WAR. He never had a WAR that high again. So, anyway, he had 21.9 WAR career player. He was a decent player.
He had Evans throw to the plate that kept Raines anchored at third.
Hubie. No, can of corn. 1987, Hubie Brooks only played shortstop for the Expos. He was an All-Star in 86 at shortstop. He solely played shortstop in 84 with the Mets, 85 with the Expos, 86 with the Expos, 87 with the Expos. And then in 88, he played right field for the Expos.
But what's weird is that he was a third baseman before he was a shortstop.
Yes, he was with the Mets.
It just seems like normally he'd go the other way. He'd go from short to third. I never thought of him as a shortstop. I always thought of him as a third baseman.
13 pitches. 0-2.
Yeah. Basically, when he got shipped off to the Expos, he became their shortstop.
His big arm.
The Mets had the great Ron Gardenhire, Rafael Santana.
Yeah. How are you going to beat those guys out?
McGee with great speed, and he started in motion as it comes down, and on its way it is easy out.
Boy, that a nice play by a shortstop on a tough hitter batting left-handed, and Fernandez, no sweat. As they say in Hawaii, no big thing.
Uh-oh, somebody hit tracking on the VHS tape.
2 down. And now here's Tim Raines. Singled, remember, in the 9th inning. Stole second, took third on McGuire, and then stayed there.
Fortunately, Hubie was an All-Star in 87 because his WAR at the end of the year was only .2.
Oof.
With the center field shots, you can see if a pitcher comes inside that you can come pretty close to getting that hitter.
1-1.
He's a long way from the plate, but his stride is in, and you've got to come inside because you can't keep staying outside.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's Raines with another hit.
Let me guess. Since the National League wins, Raines is the MVP of this game, isn't he?
I don't know.
I mean, no spoilers and all. Man, they had no other second baseman. Like, they couldn't put Johnny Ray on the All-Star team because of Sandberg's ankle.
One thing Raines' presence will do, I'm sure it will make Henke drag.
Like Raines has those wristbands with his own picture on them, like Sarge had and Dusty Baker had as a manager. Jesus. Oh, there was a Dusty highlight in this game. When they were talking about Winfield and how he struggled in his only World Series appearance.
Yep.
They show him, he was 1 for 20, and they showed him flying out into left field in Dodger Stadium, and Dusty reaching over that short wall to catch a ball.
That was played during this recording. It was actually earlier. I saw that. He was right above that short wall in left field.
Back into the seats out of play. Over 49,000 here, the largest crowd to a baseball game in history. Of course, history.
Amazing.
So in this 87, not only was Billy Williams the honorary whatever of the All-Star team, this was in a week or two, it would be his Hall of Fame induction, right?
That's right. 87 was the year he finally got inducted. Yeah, big year for sweet swinging Billy Williams, our guy.
Another
so it doesn't matter.
No. If that had been ball 4, he could have tagged him out.
That's right. I don't know. I don't know if Raines is oversight in that bag.
Well, he seemed to stick to it.
So they're coming out and saying it now.
This game sucked for 6 innings, didn't it, Joe?
That was a great play, and it began with a downfield play, but Rosian doesn't get over in a hurry, and why Brooks threw it, you wondered, and now to see it, they're playing baseball now. I think it was almost like
playing baseball now. We don't know what they were playing grab ass before, but now it's
Joe's not making sense.
Joe's been drinking since 5. And he's like, I didn't think this game was going to take this long. I got to pace myself. So here's Lee Arthur to pitch to Larry Parrish.
So Lee already came into this game, right?
Huh?
He had already come into this game, right?
Parrish?
And it goes to Lee. Lee had already come into this game last inning.
Yeah.
Right? Because he got a couple outs or just one. He
got
took care of McGuire.
1, 2, 3, struck out the first 2, and then got that long fly ball to Seitzer.
Okay.
We just gave up a hit to the great Larry Parrish. Now would be a good time to pinch run, but we've used everybody, so can't do that.
Yeah. Well,
although I know they
11th
could.
inning.
I believe Pat Tabler is still available.
Tabler never made it into this game.
Oh, I think everybody makes it into this one.
Well, that'd be kind of funny if you didn't.
Well, what year was it? 88 when fucking Whitey Herzog didn't play Sean.
Oh, that's right. Pat Tabler, I just Googled it, did not actually play in the 1987 All-Star game. That's amazing. Nice bunt. It went 13 innings. Also, what's funny, Andy, are there any other Cleveland Indians in this game? What a big fuck you to Cleveland fans that if he's the only Indian, and I'm pretty sure he is, and he never even played in the game. It's funny, too, because 1987 was the year that Sports Illustrated predicted.
Corey Snyder and Joe Carter on the cover.
Snyder, Joe Carter, and they had a decent team, but in 87 in the 7-team American League East, the other 6 teams had all won the division in the previous 6 years.
Yep.
So like they're saying, well, it's their turn, right? Because it was the Red Sox in the Red Sox in 86, the Tigers in 84, the Orioles in 83, the Brewers in 82, the Yankees in 81, the I don't know who it was in 85. It was the Blue Jays. So, and then I think the Indians in 87 lost 100 games. But, it's Corey Snyder and Joe Carter on the cover of Sports Illustrated. And their only all-star that year would turn out to be Pat Tabler, who did not even play in a 13-inning game.
Well, here's Dave Winfield batting for the 11th time.
He's like, it was my last all-star game. I'm going to play every inning. And Winfield would play, he would finally get his World Series redemption 5 years after this with Toronto. He would actually deliver the back-breaking hit against the Blue Jays in extra innings in Game 6 of the 92 World Series.
Didn't he play in a World Series with the Twins, too?
Well, it would have been 91. Was he on that team? I think maybe he was. He's from Minnesota.
No, he didn't get to Minnesota until 93. So no.
Yeah.
Challenge that, Lee. Get your ass back in the batter's box, Dave.
Yeah, he's showing you up, bro. That's what I always say. Whenever a kid on the other team starts to walk to first. I'm surprised that it's not Joe West behind the plate.
He's at third.
Barking.
That's way up.
Good on, Lee.
Winfield's like, that was a strike. Yeah, that was a strike, and so is this one. Even before it's thrown.
So it's 3-0 on that pitch?
Yeah. Because now it's
honestly, it's like, what are you thinking? Don't you have different plans?
That's the Jim DeShays 3-0 Leo. That's the automatic strike. Anything close, it pisses him off. Even as a pitcher, it still pisses him off.
It's the 11th inning. Why would you go out of your way to miss that call when the game's got to end? Man, I got to tell you, Dave Winfield got fucked. And a little disappointed.
Almost beat it out. He was pissed.
And he did. God, what a fucking athlete that guy was. Kind of disappointed. Yeah, he did. He's pissed. He's pissed. That's why he ran with the anger of 1,000 suns. I bet they fucked him.
He's also like, I hit it to Hubie. He'll fuck it up.
That's true. It's not really a shortstop. I'm disappointed that Lee didn't go after him. He got gifted by the umpire, but Lee might still be scarred by Garvey hitting that outside pitch the opposite way. So. Now he's going to eat up Fernandez. I don't even need to see this. There's not a chance. Then all Fernandez has to do is throw his bat at the ball. but he's not going to do it, is he? I want to see how many pitches the league throws in this game.
Well, he's got another inning to go.
I know. So it wasn't first, though, is what you're saying, because I've learned this is a 13-inning game. So does Sid Fernandez get the save, by the way? I mean, spoiler alerts.
I don't understand why you would keep the starter in the bullpen to be the long guy if you need him, and you pitch the Cubs closer 3 innings.
So Fernandez does pitch. He wasn't like he pitched on Sunday and he can't go. Like he's
Davey's sitting down there. Davey's sitting down there going, "The Cubs are in last place. They don't need a fucking closer. Lee, keep pitching.
True.
We got a division to win. I don't want to wear Sid out."
It's true. And you mentioned it earlier, it has somewhat tongue in cheek. Greatest last place team. They were very good. So being in last place didn't matter. However, as we pointed out, they were coming off the season '86 where they did not finish last, but they were fucking terrible. Like it was the absolute low point of the Dallas because all the old guys had finally just died and the young guys hadn't arrived yet. So
Lee blew away Tony Fernandez. McNamara's like, I want to go home.
I expected that. There's an Indians coach too.
Look how happy Billy is. Clapping, jumping up and down.
He is.
Jay Howell.
He's one of my coterie of American League closers that came up with the Cubs, along with like Bill Caudle and Willie Hernandez, and there are others besides them that I can't spring to mind. There's one other.
So we're in the top of the 12th.
That's rough.
So it is San Francisco versus Oakland here in the 12th inning. No score. For Howell and for most observers, I think it was.
Does the National League do anything interesting in the top of the 12th? Does Lee Smith get to bat?
Lee does not get to bat. Well, they can't then. If Lee doesn't bat, then we know they didn't do anything. And he doesn't bat.
But he could bat because they don't have a DH.
Let's skip ahead.
Lee did hit a homer at one point in his career, I want to say.
Oh, what's Joe doing? Joe's showing us probably the juice ball. Oh, it's Costas with the ball.
Yeah.
Joe, here it is. The special all-star baseball you've been talking about. And yeah, it's got Uberov's signature on it rather than Dr. Bobby Brown or Bart Giamatti. And it does have the special all-star logo. And evidently, that's made it a heavier ball. Somehow or other, they've taken the rabbit out of it tonight.
Oh, that Bob. What a wit.
Yeah. They used to call it a rabbit ball that year.
No score. Now it's time for
Got the rally caps on. Look at that. Mattingly is still in the dugout. He hasn't flown home.
I'm trying to figure out if guys like them are getting pissed. Will you fuckers just end this game? Like, Jesus Christ, Harold Reynolds, what's going on? This is never going to end.
A leadoff single for Dewey Evans.
Yeah. Well, cool. We're finally in it. Look who's coming up. Oh, great. It's Harold fucking Reynolds. Ridiculous.
But good. Maybe he can bunt.
But you know he's going to bunt. If ever a bunt was screamed for in an All-Star game.
And he popped it up. How come they didn't do a promo on MLB Network for Harold talking about how he almost won the All-Star game with a popped-up bunt?
Yeah, right. He's
I'd almost buy it for a home run. I'd have been a hero.
Yeah. He's bitching about the play of the jersey, and he's not even talking about like this bullshit.
He's not going to try any trick plays. He's just going to take the easy out.
He didn't run. Keith could have let that drop.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah. You have that happen in the All-Star game?
Yeah. Like, he's lucky to be in this All-Star game. You know what I mean? Of all the players in this game. For him not to run there.
He's the worst player there.
Oh, easily.
Like, the least you could do is actually hustle.
Right. he of all people should not be taking a play off on offense. Lee Smith did have one career home run as a hitter. And it was off of Lee Smith's only career home run was off a Hall of Fame pitcher.
Let's see.
So he should bat in this game. And I don't know why he doesn't go 4 innings and bat, frankly. The only clues I'll give you was that it was in 1982 against the Atlanta Braves.
Oh, Phil Niekro?
Yes. Jody also homered off of Niekro in the same game. The funny thing too is in the second inning, because there was a time as recent as '82 when Lee Smith was still a starting pitcher.
Lee's striking everybody out. Struck out Puckett. Do they have pitch count on this box score?
I gotta find this game. I should be able to find it.
The Baseball Reference one. It has he faced more batters than any other pitcher.
I'm enjoying
11.
the fact that we get to see McGuire and all the Oakland fans get excited, knowing that he's not gonna do it. The only thing that would have been made this better if this was in St. Louis and he was playing for the Cardinals.
Let's go, Mac. Let's go, Mac.
I have no particular ill will towards the Oakland A's fans. Let's see here.
First rookie ever with 30 homers at the All-Star break. It's only because they didn't give Brian Day enough at bats. Or it would have been him too.
That's pretty much been proven true.
Vin's in Pat Hughes mode, just begging for the homer so he can go home. A good time for a long ball. Yeah, no shit.
He's got third with the break. Let's see here. Seasons.
That was a strike to Winfield. Come on up. Pat Corrales is over there telling McNamara. You want to use Tabler? No. Okay.
Fuck those Cleveland fans.
He's waiting for the bases to be loaded. That's what they're doing for Tabler. Look at this.
And Lee.
How was Lee not the All-Star? Honestly, how was Lee not the All-Star Game MVP?
That's true. All-Stars.
Now we're off to the top of the 13th. And we have another one of these weird MLB Network promos. Tony Fernandez.
I like how this is curated that if it's going to have commercials, it's only baseball commercials.
Now Canada's best-selling gloves are making a name in the majors. And what Cooper did at the plate...
Those cool uniforms with no name on the front and no number on the back. Those are good ones. There's Rock sliding head first. And we know why.
Why?
How close we came to going home. And it was Ozzie Virgil's fine moment.
That was Ozzie get taken in the knee to the nuts from the biggest man in baseball. How did Joe Garagiola refrain from making like 30 bald jokes about Ozzie? I remember when he was like, "Oh, the worst thing about being a catcher was sometimes you had to take your helmet off, catch a pop-up." I remember that. He had a lot of bald jokes. So this is the third longest game in All-Star history.
To date, 1967, 1950. Okay. The one in Wrigley would go pretty long, too.
Look at this.
Ozzie Smith making a bid for the MVP himself.
Or Virgil.
So,
can't run for him. Well, you could run Sid Fernandez for him. And then Lee Smith would have to catch the 13th. So maybe don't do that.
Apparently, eventual winning pitcher Lee Smith would throw 44 pitches in this game.
And the answer is, this is the first time the National League has had a leadoff man get on.
Here he comes
Yeah.
with he doesn't even have a batting helmet. He's got an Expo batting
he's got
helmet.
an Expo souvenir helmet. You need to get a screenshot of that and promote it.
He got nachos in it first.
Yes. Right. You can actually see a little bit of cheese sauce still kind of hanging out of his lower lip.
Okay, why wouldn't you're putting Sid in? I guess he's got to warm up. Why wouldn't you have Sid bunt since he's the starting pitcher who actually bunts? And Lee hasn't held a bat since he homered off Phil Necro 5 years before.
And Sid, right. Well, there's nobody on the bench though for the National League.
He bunts like a Cub.
I would have pinch hit Sid Fernandez.
That's what I just said. I mean, I know he's warming up in the bullpen, but you need him. You got to get the bunt down.
That. Sorry.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, I feel like Sid Fernandez also was actually a good hitting pitcher.
That could hit.
Let's see. I'm looking at
Sid
Fernandez.
But I also don't understand why Sid didn't pitch the Lee innings and save the closer for the end instead of.
Right.
Oh, he's trying.
Okay, so
that is a great visual of the Expo batting helmet.
Oh,
Cub jersey.
You have to throw that out there. Sid Fernandez.
Here's Hubie now wearing his batting helmet. Wonder whose helmet was he wearing? Wallach? Because Raines, I don't think, had flaps, and Hubie, he didn't give it to Hubie as he walked back. Hubie got a big hit.
Sid Fernandez, Hubie he's in the MVP discussion. Sid Fernandez was a career 182 hitter, which is not horrible for pitchers in the 80s. He too also had one career home run. And
there's Willie McGee with his stupid. There's Willie with his stupid 2-ear flap helmet.
Oh, look at this. And okay.
So I feel like Tim Raines is coming up. There he is.
Sid Fernandez's only career home run was off of Dan Quisenberry.
Oh.
So he's probably a better hitting pitcher, even though he's not a Hall of Famer. Either way, Lee Smith was not a starting pitcher. He hardly batted. Sid Fernandez shouldn't pitch it for him.
So really, the Expos are the stars of this game between Raines and Hubie and Lee Smith.
Yeah.
Honorary Expo Lee Smith.
I mean, he does contribute to the winning rally here.
He didn't do a double play. He just struck out. He did the Bob Brenly.
Play.
If you feel like you're going to hit a double play, just strike out.
It is a bit of a pro. Well, let's see what Raines does here, because obviously the MVP discussion is up for debate. And
there it is.
All right, so he kind of slaps a Tony Gwynn
style. Clear the bases.
All right, and so
Ozzie Virgil will score.
I mean, Ozzie could have been MVP.
Director
triple.
missed a scoring runner. Good job. He'd go on to work at Marquee.
Yes, right. I've forgotten how many guys were on base still.
It wasn't at all confusing either with Hubie scoring and you see an Expo sliding into third. But it was Raines.
Right.
So a triple. So 3 for 3 with a triple and 2 RBIs and at least one stolen base, right?
Yeah.
Should have been co-MVPs, him and Lee. Lee should get a little something for the effort. I guess if he got the win.
I'm sort of getting all enraged now, 40 years later, that Lee Smith was not the MVP for quick.
Harold jumps for no reason.
Whatever, Harold.
What a play! Yeah, whatever.
Settle down, Ben. It's just because Harold was nice to you because he's trying to grease his way into a career, post-playing career in broadcasting.
So here's Sid coming in, and they're gonna have a little surprise here in the bottom of the 13th. Wait till you see it.
Is it Morgana, the kissing bandit?
Yep, she comes. Oh, Sandberg is already gone. Is my Coke still there?
Right.
He's checking his back pocket.
He's like, oh, The dealer really sold me on those cryovac packs. I think they're holding up.
Davey's excited. He finally
So, like, thank God we go.
He can stop drinking out of the Gatorade cup now.
Here's the pitch again to Tim Raines. Or is this the Cats?
Tim Raines.
Big night for the A's. McGuire,
the production
nothing.
crew. We were giving a lot of credit to the production crew, but they're getting sleepy here towards the end. Like Vin was supposed to be teeing up the Tim Raines hit, and instead he got that.
Not only is he now leading, he has done it. He has used all of his players. And it's the
Raines was dropping throws and playing catch. He was 0 for 7 in 6 previous All-Star games and 3 for 3 tonight.
3 for 3. Okay.
Fernandez goes to the mound.
All right, Vin, tell the story about why Sid wears number 50.
He is a native son of the 50th state, the Union, Hawaii.
Did Benny Agbayani also wear 50 with the Mets?
I believe he did. That's a good call. Jesus Christ, Sid, come on.
Yeah, maybe I guess we can see why he had lead pitch.
Yeah.
Why is he bunting?
Well,
I know you need base runners, but is Kevin Seitzer going to beat out a bunt?
They're down multiple runs.
Bottom of the 13th.
He can't throw a strike. Got to put Lee back in. Davey with a very bemused look. Like, come on. Get this shit over with. And he walked him.
The Yankees had Gooden and Darling.
Sid Fernandez was an All-Star the year before.
Wow.
No
I mean, yeah, I'm looking him up. He's better than Vin's stroking him here, and I'm like, okay.
Look who's batting. Now, did you must have, did you use AI to determine that Pat Tabler didn't play? There he is.
I did. I should have known better. Shame on me.
Was it right there? Was it right there by the Neffy Perez ate the Rosenbag? Is it same
I don't remember how I phrased it now. My literal question was, did Pat Tabler play in the 1987 All-Star game? Oh, now it says yes. That's weird.
Because it's watching the podcast. It's like, oh, shit, we were wrong.
It updated.
308,
to me.
7 homers, 48 RBIs for Pat Tabler.
So if you're a Cleveland Indians fan, you've waited for he's the only Indian in this game.
Like, oh, he's finally in. It's 1 o'clock in Cleveland, but there's Pat.
You're on Eastern time zone.
Swinging from his ass, trying to tie the game, and he struck out. Oh, a Cub highlight.
His debut, 1981. Gonna hit his first at bat, I think.
Oh, look at that.
No, that's not true. Yeah, that wasn't his first at bat. That was just a homer. And you didn't even think he played for the Cubs. He actually hit a fucking homer.
Yeah, how could I forget that? Good old number 19. Best 19 since before Kevin Roberts.
Oh, Kevin Seitzer, even though he would lead the league in plate appearances and hits, was only on the team as a replacement for George Brett.
Yeah, I wondered why Brett wasn't on the roster.
Yeah, because Brett was still 6
hemorrhoids.
Robin Yapplin.
Was it his hemorrhoids?
Sorry. Yeah, still, if it was, he got some shitty doctors because at this point it's been 7 years since the.
Still got these goddamn things. Oh, there's a pop up. We're down. You're gonna be down to their final out. It's not looking good for the American League.
Yeah.
Dave Winfield is 73rd at bat of the night.
It's kind of hilarious.
What is this? It must be 6, right?
I
Let's see. Where is he?
Time to plate. I'm looking at it right now.
5. It's just 5. Or did he walk? He is 6. He was. Yeah, because he had a
1
walk.
for 5 with a walk. That's funny.
So what National League played the longest? Samuel?
He
came
played
in the 3rd.
Let's see here. He had 4 at bats, no walks.
Ground ball.
Yep.
To Tim Wallach, and it's finally over.
Juan Samuel had the most plate appearances for the National League. He was the only one. And Willie McGee ended up batting 4 times. How was that? Because he came in Willie McGee came into the game early.
He came in. They took Eric Davis and Sandberg out. They took
Yeah,
they let them
David-
bat twice
that's right.
and got them out because they were both
McGee
hurt.
came into center. Dawson moved, whatever, and McGee got 4 at bats. So McGee and Samuel.
For the National League, they've won 37 times. The American League has won 20.
I think it'd been funny if they just showed Lee in the dugout and he had an Expos hat on now, like a cap. I'm an Expo now. No, Lee, you didn't get traded.
He did end up his career with the Expos. I want to say he got one last save against the Cubs like in 1997. As a member of the Expos. Where did Joe Howe feel better? Well, he's not the first guy to lose a game in his home ballpark. Drysdale lost.
Look at these. Hey, Jay, actual good pitchers did the same thing.
Good company. I saw it. You have that in common with those great players on their worst days.
He's like, did I get a car? Oh, you get a bowling trophy. Oh, that's that. I wouldn't have gotten 3 hits if I didn't think I was getting a car. Oh, now the mic's not working. NBC really fell apart here at the end.
At the end, they were so good, though.
Yeah.
We mentioned in precast, or it was really kind of a bit of, not to be overly nostalgic, but a bit of a golden age for baseball. I feel like the NBC involvement with scalding these guys, and it was a great production. But yeah, it was a long night for those guys.
They got tired.
Yeah.
What was the feeling like on the bench?
Well, I'm sure every time we play this game, we feel that we are the best league. We always call those guys in minor league.
Yeah, we got such league pride.
Well, and it was real. No, there was probably some competition because these guys never faced each other. When Dawson doubled off of Brett Saberhagen, that's probably the first time he ever faced Brett Saberhagen.
Yeah.
So, these guys got egos, right? These are the best players in the world. So, in the pre-interleague play era, I gotta think like their egos are more on the line because they have nothing to fall back on.
With the bats tonight. What's your explanation?
Well, I feel good. I told my wife before I came here today that I was going to get a hit for her, and I wasn't really thinking about getting 3. But
So I got a hit for her and my 2 girlfriends.
Right. I gotta feel that's probably run after an argument. I'm gonna get you a hit for you, honey.
Oh, good. I thought you said you were going to hit me.
But how bad was the twilight early?
Oh, there it is again.
Man, just obsessed with it.
They are. It was a friggin' menace, that twilight.
Hi, Bob, and our heartiest congratulations to Tim Raines and the National League. It's great to see the best play, and it's great to see the best do what they do best.
Andre's still around. See his old buddy.
Yeah, we didn't take off.
I guess it's not like now they would have actually had to flown commercial. And then we know Hawk was sticking around because they were playing in San Francisco.
That's right. They had nowhere to go. Well, that was fun.
Oh, there's no Tonight Show tonight.
Yeah.
Shit.
I need my Doc Stevenson.
MVP award goes to Tim Raines, who just 2 months earlier made a dramatic return to the Expos after missing the first month of the season.
Can we just see this?
They showed it in game.
Would you believe a grand slam for Tim Raines?
Oh, the grand slam in the first half.
That has to be one of the most incredible stories of the year in any sport. The first day back.
It's May. Yeah, something about
The story of his remarkable night.
Herm Winningham was at least there to meet him at the plate.
Nice. Well, thanks for that.
Yeah, it's funny that we took a 3-hour All-Star game and fast forwarded through parts of it, and it took us 3 hours to do it.
Technically 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm not sure the best way you could follow that. I think just watch it on like whatever, because these things are like I listen to your podcast, the ones I'm not on Spotify, and they have the video. So take some time to follow along to give you some context because you might get lost otherwise. Maybe I don't know. Well, you can hear the broadcast though, so
yeah, this is one to probably watch.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll be seamless. I don't know. All right. Well, at least now we've relived. We know now why Lee Smith pitched 3 innings. It still doesn't make much sense to me. Feels like Davey Johnson misaligned his pitchers, but Lee did a great job.
Arguable MVP Lee Smith.
Yes.
Cool for Rock.
Why not co-MVPs?
Seriously, the dude put it on the line for 3 innings. Nobody else pitched that much in the game. He was dominant. And and he came to bat with an exposed Nacho helmet. That was a nice bonus. Sandberg illustrated in that tiny sample size why he was arguably the greatest defensive second baseman ever, if not the best all-around second baseman. Hawk got a double. I don't remember watching that, which is funny because as a kid I watched all that stuff and I just I would have been I don't remember Dawson hitting a double. Sutcliffe and all the Cubs afforded themselves very well. And there's only one White Sox, and it was career DH Harold Baines who drew a walk or whatever he made now. I don't remember, but that was a good game for the because I feel like I have this maybe it's an inferiority complex about being a Cubs fan, like that they weren't that memorable when they got the show because it was very exciting for us to watch the All-Star game, especially watch the Cubs. So for whatever reason, even though that was like my peak, sports gorging days, it was fun to revisit that because I didn't recall how well all 4 of those Cubs afforded themselves.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
It's funny. I'm sure I know I watched the whole thing, and
I'm sure
I would have thought I would have remembered because it's just kind of idiot I was even back then. Lee batting number 1, but Lee wearing the Expos helmet when he did it. So what did Sandberg and well, you think Andres would have fit, right?
Right. And they were friends. Like, hey, Andre, can I use your helmet? No.
It could have very well just been that was the closest one. And he just picked it up and stuck it on his head and walked out. Like, fuck it, I'll just wear this.
He's like, oh, but like Andre was probably maybe the tunnel. Sandberg was getting his ankle treated. Sutcliffe was probably belly up.
I mean, it's better that he did. It's great that he did it because it looks ridiculous, and so it's perfect.
It was kind of a cherry on top of the whole thing. It was a nice pleasant surprise. I hope you guys.
I didn't know he batted. I just gave a cursory look at the box score.
It makes no sense that he fucking batted and then came out of the game. Like I said, Sid Fernandez was a starting pitcher. He had more time, more experience batting. It made no sense to send a closer in an All-Star game to bat. That's absurd. But without that, we wouldn't have been privy to he exposed batting. It's just great. I love it.
It just feels like they did a lot of dumb stuff in this game.
Yeah, well, entertaining nonetheless.
All right. Well, there it is.
All right. Thank you.
The 1987 All-Star game.
In all its glory.
Many of us have herpes.
Post-game show is brought to you by Christ, I can't find it. The hell with it.
It's fitting. It's got to be done with one of the best games of all time. Just unbelievable. I mean, got to congratulate the Dolan family.
Thank you. Sean, my podcast co-host Andy, you were his favorite player growing up. Oh, thank you so much. Awesome. Andy.